Mess this up. See if we can fix this. Never done this part. Save this. I didn't finish setting up this part. Live. Looks like it knows it's live. Pretty good. Put category in game. Never do that. Playlist. Looks like we're okay. Close those out. I don't want you guys seeing that part. What's chat doing? Chat's not connected. Can I fix that? Just restart it, I guess. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum. Okay. Got chat opened up. Chat, we got streams. We're looking good to that part. Haven't gotten JD's account opened up, which is what I was trying to do. Let's go post socials. That's important. Bam. Did they announce the raid rules? Or the room rules? That just data mines? I think they're data mines, right? Yeah. Okay. Thought they were. What am I forgetting? Drop bears. Yeah, drop bears. Huh? What's up, Nem? Welcome in. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Gotcha. I'm just getting things loaded up. I don't know if this stream's a fast stream today. Got things I want to do, but I don't know how fast I'm gonna get through them. I still haven't done my towers on my account, which is a little annoying. I got stuff to do there. I'm gonna try to go fast with it though. And then I've got stuff I want to do in war. There's things I haven't tested, which I need to do some testing before the weekend's over. So that's kind of thinking tonight might be the night to do that, with double account open. And then I don't know if we're playing Crucible or not. We haven't decided that part yet. I need to play it. It might be an offline thing, possibly. We'll see. See if it looks fun. That's usually a good decider. If it looks like a fun Crucible, we might change our mind. Okay, so ejectocetoed myself and JD out of our rooms so that I didn't have to like move everything. So now I got to fix everything, but that's okay. It's intentional. Most people should be unlocking their 11th room today, or pretty close to it, right? I think you could have unlocked it yesterday or a couple days before if you were really diligent about your attacks. If you weren't, there's some of that too. Is it bad to put Timeless Eternals as a reinforcement team? Will they spawn with 0 turn meter and get wiped? It's a good question, Pete. It's one I'm going to try to answer today. We're going to do some testing on reinforcements and see what happens. I'm going to set some things, and we're going to just see how it plays out. We'll just have to understand that there's buffs that go with it, and it changes things, right? But as far as like how things play out, I'm curious. That's one of the things. That's like my main objective I want to get done today. So let me go park JD in a room. JD's claiming. Because I've got 2 accounts, and I can kind of set things equivalently. Like, they're both pretty similar sized accounts. So we can kind of do some testing today. We'll probably use this screen. And that way we can do some shenanigans together. Something like that probably is what we'll do. Something like that. Oh, oops. Didn't mean to grab that. Why can't I grab that image? Is that this? This image. Be like this. Might reverse what's on top. Capture 2. What? This must be a different game capture. Messing up my stuff, don't worry. Made this. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that one's JD. Where's my other one? I got it all broke. What is this one set to? This one's set to JD too. Uh oh. That one's popping. Where's the other one? that's the problem. Hmm. That one may need work. I'm surprised I actually haven't found anything that affects the first wave from wave 2. Interesting. So what have you tested like Emma and Red Hulk and some of that kind of stuff like Berserker? I just dumped most of my resources into Timeless Eternals and kind of regretting it. I thought they'd be better. Didn't realize how only Gilga special can spread the extended can spread and extend the buff. They're really good actually, Pete, but they're really good in war. Is probably the key thing to take from them. They're really good in war. Outside of that, they fall off a bit. Wait, we're gonna turn that down. Let's just start doing some stuff, guys, because I do need to do stuff. CGR. Oh, true, CGR. I didn't think CGR would work. He just felt like he was wrong. So I'm glad to hear he doesn't. I was only using them in practice war matches, but still underwhelming. Not punching up as much as I expected. Really? They punch up a lot. They're also going to have... There's an offense buff you can spec into, which is going to make them even better. And they have a buff in the actual war season, which is pretty substantial. Like, I don't know. I saw some pretty impressive stuff for what they were doing. Like punching up like monster amounts into like a bunch of different things. They could beat symbiotes, but really that's not a realistic solution. They could beat Shadow Conclave, which I thought was crazy, considering most people can't even punch up in the Shadow Conclave. Period. They just die. Just found it interesting. But again, when you put war buffs on, it's a little diff, right? The war buffs themselves are pretty huge. Also, just do we know how they operate with the barracks? Does the barracks make Gilgamesh automatically go off? Do we know? What's this? Complete all clear daily objective. Play blitz. Play raids. Play arena. Crap. Oh crap. What's this? I have to play arena? Uh oh. They'll be able to take the bait. So do I need that input? 100. So I get this from just doing 2 dailies, right? And we have 2 days. So I'll get that tomorrow. Play blitz, I have to do a whole lot of blitzing. Play raids, how much blitzing is this? 5 points for 25. Okay, so it's 4 blitz matches. That's not that big of a deal. Play raids, this shouldn't be a big deal. Play arena. Well, that's guess we need to get the blitzing, guys. That's annoying. So I think we can complete it without it, right? And I can just sit in one. Do I have to, can I put my team back? I'm was only using them in practice in war matches, but still underwhelming. Not punching them as much as I want. In fairness, I only took them to 100 gear 19. That's why. They're a little nakey. They don't have buffs, which is why you probably feel a little squishy at that level, especially if you're really trying to punch up. Like, really, really trying to punch up, right? Where did I see that thing? There we go. Didn't I just see a milestone? Oh, it was this one. So it's this. 1, 2, 3. And that's 40. So as long as I do the 3, we're good. So let's go put our arena team back. We don't need to like hard tank an arena. We don't actually need that input. We can't even like crit things until something dies. It's just like this. Durable as possible. Did I set X as? It needs to be 4. Just go full durability. We got the login. I need to progress the Spider-Man tower. Need to play any battle. I need to collect essence. Can't level anything for quite some time, so I don't even. I'll be able to level that tomorrow. It won't be that bad. We got everything there. What else do we have to do? Play any battle. So we need to do. We'll get that soon. That'll be fine. Play Blitz with Tina. Complete all clears. Complete all clears. We're done on that stuff. We're done in this too, right? I just need to do the tower, which I don't actually have to do the tower, right? That's not actually points. It doesn't do anything. XP don't matter. Okay, so I don't even have to do my tower today. I thought I did, but I guess it's not a realistic input that mattered. Oh, well, that's good. That definitely helps. Is there anything in the store today, guys? But you guys are seeing JD's account. Hold on. Let me help you. You're looking at JD's account right now. I lost. I made bad decisions. We learned Dread's still dreadful. We've learned Dread's got problems, guys. They can be purpose stunned. I didn't know that. We learned the hard way. Oh, we got hype. I hype. Missed most stuff. Got hype. Hopefully that's not a crazy matchup. Hype comes in here quite a bit, so we'll see what we can do there. Looks fun. We might try to figure that out here at some point. So we need the blitz. I only have 5 blitz teams. I don't plan to change that. I will do this event with 5 blitz teams. It'll be fine. I've already done like a bunch of like extra blitzing to get like as far as I can in this, just because I don't like doing blitz. We're gonna continue that trend. Don't really need to use that other blitz team, but you know, we're doing it anyways because whatever. And we already should be done with that part, right? And then we'll do one more rotation at some point for the other stuff, and then we'll be done blitzing for the weekend. So it'll be great. It gets me I play any battles done. That worked, right? Oh, that was only 25? What? Didn't I just blitz like... Oh no, it's not per character. That's per team. Barf. Alright, well, gotta do that 5 more times, or 4 more times. I'll do some refreshing when my teams reset. Be careful there. I thought that would be per character, not per team. Okay, let me go this back where it belongs. And we'll move you guys over to here. Hide that. Bunch of energy. What do we do with energy? Jeez, how much energy are they giving me? They really want me to use my energy. Anything good in the store? Training mats for 10 bucks. That doesn't feel that good. Maybe it's good, I don't know. Ooh. Power cores. Gotta find money for that. I will buy that for 5 bucks. So that's power cores and T4s. You guys gotta go this way. You're going back over there. I only have 3 bucks, so I gotta find 2 bucks. Hold on. And the reason I'm buying all these power core offers, guys, is because characters. Right now, they don't sell character offers that are good, so I buy power core offers in exchange for buying characters. That's why we're buying stuff like that. And that's also an ability, by the way. It ain't that bad. Picked up that. I need to find something to spend 50 energy on. It's literally nothing. Guess we'll just do it in energy. No, we really don't need energy either. We need to spend 2 of them, though, to get that spent. Okay. In fairness, nearly midnight for me going to bed. If you happen to test Eternals as a second reinforcement team, would you mind posting your findings somewhere? I plan to make a video, Pete. There will be a video out tonight of some of the stuff we do. That's the plan. There will probably be some Eternal information. It might be 2 videos, but there's a plan for a video. There's going to be a reinforcement video probably talking about it a bit and like some of the things that are good about reinforcements and some of the things you should avoid. I think that's kind of the plan. So we're going to kind of build that tonight, and then we'll probably have that out tomorrow. And then I'd like to do one for Eternals and Shadow Conclave and kind of some conversation there. Because I think a lot of people don't understand them. Not well. Which is why we're doing. Okay. Yeah, have a good one. Thanks for stopping in and saying hi. We doing dailies? Hell yeah. Getting my blitz on. You know, the best part of the game. Spending my energy on awesome stuff, you know. Doing that kind of jazz. Buying power core offers, you know. Doing all the important things. Alright, so this is more blitzing than I thought it was. Why are they making us blitz with random tunes? I mean, you don't have to use random tunes. You can use random teams, right? Do you think it's correct that you don't get any score for killing the second wave? I have a feeling they think it's correct. I have a feeling the players think it's incorrect. I have a feeling they didn't want to give more resources for killing a second wave, which is why they would think it's correct. I have a feeling that it probably took a lot of tech to make it so it split it, which I probably didn't implement. But I think from a player's view, it's probably incorrect, which means it's probably incorrect. I think you should get resources for killing it because it's just like killing, like you have to put the same effort in, right? So that's the whole point of a takedown system, was to give stuff for putting effort in, right? And so getting 0 for it feels wrong. How's that? All right. We don't raid for a while. We don't donate for a while, so that will be fine. I think we're caught up on this stuff. Anything fun in here? No. That store sucks. I wish they'd fix this store to be better. Like, I should be able to, like, I should be excited to look at this store every day. And 9 times out of 10, you're disappointed because the one item in here is just useless to you. Like, I feel like there should be 3 slots here that are useful. And I think they should be mostly, like, high value slots, right? Like, we hardly see a high value slot in here, which is really disappointing. But maybe that's too strong for what they want. I don't know. I bought the extra attacks, but it looks like one dropped 3. What do you mean? No, the other blitzes with the gamma. I think they want Blitz to be a game mode. I don't particularly love the Blitz thing. Like, it's fine. It just feels kind of monotonous. Like, is it that big of a deal for me to come in here and click through 5 teams? No. Like, I just set them up and it's fine. Like, I don't hate it. Does it hurt me or cost me any time in my day? Not really. Like, if they want us to do that, it at least makes people like engage with the mode. But it's the same problem I have with the sim feature, just period in this game. Like, realistically, you clicking right arrow sim, right arrow sim, right arrow sim is not really gameplay. Like, it's UI elements, right? Which isn't real exciting. It's the same thing I said about raid, and I've said it for many years. Um, that raiding like that is not particularly like engaging. It's a login calendar. It's kind of what you're doing in Blitz, right? Except you're doing a login calendar for you're doing a login calendar that's a little bit more repetitive, right? They're not giving it to you quite as fast, but the rewards are very worth it, right? You're logging in to get quantum singularity orbs, which are pretty good, right? They have a chance for power. Oh, here's the things. We haven't looked at these orbs. Let's look at these. Hold on. There's 2 orbs, right? That have a chance for power cores or gear or something. These, right? The quantum spark orb, which the side pillar has a 6, 150, and a 0.5. So you mostly are going to get gold, but you have a chance for power cores, and the power cores feel great. It's low, though. Is both sides do the same? This has a chance for power cores, low amount, high amount. So you're pretty high chance of getting at least some power cores every time you open one of these. Okay, I don't hate it. And then 4 and 5. That doesn't feel bad on that side. Oh, you have a chance for ability materials. Oh, wow. Did we have to do it like that? 99% chance that you pull 10 and mega jackpot 900. Did we have to do that, Scopely? That feels crazy. Like, do we have to mega jackpot? I would have I think I don't like that. I wish that would have been like 5% and 50% or whatever. You know, you get the idea, right? And so it's a little more averaged instead of just a mega jackpot. Mega jackpot feels a little over the top. Like, legitimately, like, that one, looking at this one, guys, feels like I'm looking at, like, a lottery ticket. Like, everybody goes and buys the Mega Millions or whatever. What is it? Was it the Mega Millions and whatever the 2 lottery tickets are called? And realistically, you know you're donating your money, right? Like, that's really what a lottery ticket is. And one person wins and they're all excited, but 99% of the people just lose. That's what that feels like. And I think that's not good, but that's okay. What's in here? You have 100. What? Okay, so you have a 35% chance for 100%. You have a 40 and a 60% chance here, and that's a 25%. You have a 100% chance for 5 of those, so the center slot just is kind of lame. Okay. 15% for other. Oh, and then you have a 15% chance to get an orb with a 66 or 33. Now that feels pretty good. That's pretty cool. So it's not a high chance, but you have like all of the things you get in here are pretty useful, and the odds against them are not like crazy, right? Your best odds is here, and then there's a chance here. I like that one. This one's good. This whole odd chance is pretty cool. I don't like this odd at all. And then let's look at the left again. I don't hate the left. Like, I kind of get that. Like, it's just averaging it, and there's a mega chance there. It's just the right side that feels gross. What's the singularity one? This is the one we only get one of, right? It's even worse. It's even worse. Oh my. Why are we giving people 3,000? That's so crazy. So one person's getting 3,000, guys. Congratulations. Three people are getting 900. Like, you can basically put this in hundreds, right? There's a whole three people in the community that are going to get 3,000 T4s and they're going to feel amazing. Everybody else is getting screwed. Wait, what? How's So you have a 53% chance to pull this category, but then you have a chance within the category to pull this, which this feels better than pulling this, right? This is 100,000 of this and 100 of those. And why are these two comparing to each other? Like, you definitely feel like, I guess this is a 66% chance. It's low, you pull this. That category feels worse. It's lower odds. It's interesting. And the lowest odds of 17% is to pull training mats, and you get 200. What? This feels off completely. So the category that you want the most out of here, you have a 53% chance of being in, but then you have low, low, low odds of getting what's actually good in the category. Interesting. That feels reversed. And what's this one? You have a 30% chance here. So you have a 20% chance to pull this, which is just losing, right? So you have a 20% chance to lose, because you only get 15. You have a 25, so you get 25 of those. So you have a 25% chance to lose there. You're guaranteed one of these. That's not so bad. It's not a lot, though. It's actually really low, right? It's not even a character. No, that's the mega lose right there, I believe. I think training and both those are mega loses, and this is the one you want. You have a 50% chance for 10k and a 50% chance for 4k, and that's a 30% chance. So you have 75, 55, or sorry, 50 plus 70% chance to lose, and it feels bad, and a 30% chance to win, and you have a 30 plus 50, so you have like a 15% chance for a mega win. Interesting. Those are some odd orbs they made. Walking Hate with the raid. Welcome in, Walking Hate. I hope you had an awesome stream. Thanks for bringing people on over. Let's give shout out to Walking Hate. I appreciate you bringing people over. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, Sledge is here. You're on it. Thank you, Sledge. I appreciate you. Thanks, Walking Hate, for bringing people over. These are some weird orbs, guys. As you were bringing people over, I was looking at these new blitzing orbs that we've got going on. They're weird. They're real weird. There's low chances for things to win, but there are some weird odds in there. So they've got chances for us to win cores, and they've got chances for us to win T4s. There's some training mats and purple ions and all kinds of things in here that are interesting. The gear takedown orbs. I didn't get one gear. Well, I mean, the gear takedown is really low odds. I'll be completely real, Nick. So it is what it is. So it looks like it's high odds, but it's not. You have a 75% chance to get these categories, which are technically not great. And then you have a 30% chance to get a gear takedown orb. The orb within the orb. You had it on mute? That's funny, Johnny. Very nice. So, very interesting. I think these are very odd orbs, guys. I'm curious how people feel about it. I don't really love the mega jackpot. And then we have like mega jackpots going on. We've got this over here. We've got 3,000 of these and 900. Like, it's weird. I opened the blue and got a low number stuff. There's a gold chance to win a lot though. Another slot machine. Yeah, it definitely feels like a slot machine. There's a lot of there's some weird odds going on, like, because there's some things like there's low chances of it, but it feels like losing when you look at the numbers. I think it was this orb. No, is it this side? Do you have a chance to mega win here, which I don't, sure, whatever. You're mostly just going to pull gold, which is not much. This is the one that feels weird. So you have a chance to get cores here. Like, everything on this side feels pretty good. But on this side, like, 10 versus 900 is crazy. Like, what are we doing? Like, do we have to go jackpot mode? Kind of crazy. Jackpots are a little, do we have to get... And then this one's even worse, right? Why did we go all the way to 3,000? There's like... So one person's just going to be set on T4s and everybody else is screwed? I don't know. Feels a little absurd. I would have rather seen more better averages than that. Than going all the way to Giga 3000. But alright, whatever. Here, let's open it for funsies. What's in it? Oh, it's purple. Ooh, I'm good at the game. I'm rich, bitch. Where does that orb go? Okay, I just have to complain about it and stare at it long enough. Oh, it's purple again. Let's go. Actually need that piece. So we're getting close, guys. Really on the hunt for Gear Tier 21. I need one good character announcement. That's a good piece too. That's the side I need a lot of. That's awesome. We actually hit a bunch of good pieces. Alright, well that was like 4 off of my 400 pieces that I need. Do we go ram up the tower real quick? Because I need to do towers on this account. And hopefully I can do it fast. I haven't done Kingo and I haven't done Quicksilver. I did it on the free-to-play, but I haven't played mine. Or do we go play, or do you guys want to go interact in War? We can do either. This is no restriction. Oh, so I think I know these teams fairly well. So this is Daring, right? We did Daring here. Tower. You want to ram up tower? We can do that. I need characters, so we're gonna roll with it. This account should go pretty quick. Hells yeah. It's not like the free-to-play where I'm trying to come up with enough damage to be able to control things, right? Send it down the middle. Make Odin dead. Can I just auto? How did I manage to put Odin in stealth? It's a good at the game. Should be fine, because Trasher goes next. Oh. Where'd my new character go? I only took 1 turn, guys. That's fun. Maybe this isn't as easy as I was hoping it was gonna be. Okay. You're supposed to be dead, Odin. You're not supposed to be swiping me. I don't know if I can overcome that. We're gonna try. Juggernaut is ruining my day right now. Also, killing my Daredevil was not very nice. I don't know that I'm good. I'm not good. That's crazy. So I sent Odin into stealth, and then I didn't get a turn, and Daredevil got like tactical nuked, right? It's fun. This is the exact team I used, by the way. Except it was like half the size on free to play. Oh yeah, probably. I mean, this team's literally like 2x the size it was. I know it works. Because Satana just does that, and she did it in the Jessica last time, which is looks like what she does over there always. Maybe she always targets there. I don't know. Go there. Elvering misses because Flips is really good at the game. That should hopefully get Odin really close to dead. Go 5D goofball. Now we have to deal with Juggernaut, who is a haunted. Alright, that should end Odin. We should pretty much have it one from here. Now we can click auto. Look, we did it. Alright, this was Damon and Friends. Damon Sentry, Guardian, Strange, whatever, right? I have anything close to it? Kinda close. And I did it with no yo-yo on free-to-play, so I'm just gonna assume the same thing here. We just went all the buffs. See ya. That's my kind of node. Get him, Damon. Next up is X, Blaster, Thunderstrike, Shark, one more. Dark Star. Think she can play there, right? Hold on. Let me review. Can't use Dark Star there, can't use her there. Non-mythic X-Men, she can't play there. Can't play in Cosmic. Can't play in Cosmic Villain, can't play in Symbiote, yes, Dark Star. Okay. I believe if I keep Odin, he ends up being more helpful for the Cosmic section, which will keep us keeping our reset time down. We learned that problem. Are you Blastar? We have an X. We have a Blaster Thunderstrike. Shark. Feels laggy. I have a Maestro. No Maestro. I think Maestro is going to Dark Dimension for me, guys. Believe it or not. I think we made that decision. We're gonna see how it goes. People are telling me that he does well in the global section, so if he does well in the global section, I'm taking him. You're hoping the Surfer Breaker event has his red stars. I'm missing the 7th red. It should. It may have a price point associated with it, but I bet it does. Because it's hard to sell diamonds and not sell reds, right? So they kind of have to do both. It just doesn't make sense, especially because otherwise they're limiting their client, right? And I think that's a problem. You have to hit Blast Star. I have to bring better characters. I don't think you do. We can't AB people. This is the only one that's unavoidable. Something die. You also taking the Sentry at DD9? Yeah. I've heard Void is quite good. Void being quite good is pretty important. I'm very close to starting DD9, guys. I'm waiting for one more team announcement, and then I'm rolling through it. So we're getting ready for it. We're ramping up. I'm probably 400. If I take the dumb characters I'm gonna take, I'll be 400 pieces off. If I take some better characters, I'm a little further off, but I'm still probably within the time frame I want to be. Who you take of the legendary? Right now it's Phoenix Force, Old Man Logan, and Fury is the plan. I'm not saying Fury's good, because he's probably not. Uh-oh. X is gonna die. Which might cost me. Go, Darkstar, go. We did it. A little close. Did I ever tell you Darkstar's a really good character, guys? She is. She's a really good character. Alright, now we're to the stupid node. Should I do the stupid team, or should I actually take a real team? I kind of want to do the stupid team, just to see how different it is. So the team I beat this with on free-to-play, and I kind of want to just see what happens, was... What's that team called? Tangled? We took Tangled Web, which mine are a little bit closer in size. They're still kind of on the small side. Miles, which I am bigger on this character, I believe. I don't have a gear tier 20, but I might click the button just because I want to do it. And who am I forgetting? Black Cat. This was the team I took. It was not fun. And I believe it was like this. This is probably a bad idea. Gear Tier 21 Darkstar is even better. Yeah, for sure. She is really good. So this was a really bad team because there's some bad things that can happen, and there's like a ton of resist checks. I want to see if the resist checks feel better with higher level tunes. So We were doing ultimate. We do the ultimate. That gives us speed bar. That allows us to go. We have to land stun here, right? That has to land. It did land. We landed. We even landed the trauma. That's impressive. We even landed D down on most of these characters. Interesting. We landed defense, or we landed stun there. We didn't get the dorm pulled, which is interesting. I wasn't able to, like, it rarely pulled the defense down off the dorm ever. So we go with Jason. We go on Cersei. Hopefully he peels the defense down off. So my big breaker can do it. Even one-shotter. Interesting. That's so different. And then we go boom. Everybody dies. It's literally like night and day difference. This is such a different node, man. This was literally like 6 hours, by the way, of us trying to do the exact same thing. What's up, Astanar? Welcome in. I haven't looked at your DMs, I apologize. Been a long day. I'm actually amazed. This is literally a one-shot. Not even like remotely close either. I almost was like, is this like bait for people? And it's really not, right? Like, look at this. Where did that dorm go? I was actually questioning if that should go in the video. On the other account. What's up, Ryler? Welcome in. How's it going? It's no Vulture, it's Shocker. And Spider-Man should be first act, so we go Raider. I think he can be Raider, but we'll just leave him Scrim. It's fine. Should be fine. Alright, we got a Flying Kang coming our way, I believe. Oh, Green Goblin goes first. Somebody told me Green Goblin did not go first on theirs, which I don't understand, because every time I've done this, Green Goblin goes first. He gets on-spawn speed bar, but this team does not stop that, right? Kang's first to act. We're just going to ability block him. And we just go Murder Leader. Or we push Thanos immediately. That's interesting. Thank you, Hobgoblin. Appreciate you. We at least get off it about right away. So that's good. Alright, we can target the leader now. Go away, leader. Striker hit. Get him. And Red looks as squishy as he is in war. Nice. Oh, Discord messages are popping up where the buttons are. Alright, that was easy peasy. Is it amazing? I think it's Cosmic, right? Non-mythic X-Men. So this, we ended up dropping, I believe, Morph for Old Man Logan in the other one I did, but My morph doesn't hit like a wet noodle, so we probably just take morph, right? I wonder if we could drop Angel. Tempted. Who am I forgetting? Jubilee. This is greedy. I'm down for greedy. Let's go. New Mutant Storm Sunspot worked here. Interesting. I could see that. Storm's really good by herself, so I could see why that would work. So we're gonna try to murder Burp Boy. See if he just doesn't exist anymore. Not bad. We proc this thing, right? Like right away. I could have tried to murder Britain, which might be the better play. Old Man Logan's just gonna die. Might not have the survivability that I was hoping it would have. I was hoping that we just kind of get ahead and go to town on him, but I'm thinking we need Angel. Regretting my decisions. Exhausted X-Men Sunday Drive. New Mutants F1 car through 26. All right, I'll try New Mutants. Let's check it out. So you want to do New Mutants Sunspot Mighty Storm? Let's check out your F1 car. Sounds fun. You better have F1 car or I'm gonna be upset. You made a high promise there. Wolfsbane, Warlock, Cannonball. He said Sunspot. I mean, that's like screaming F1. Oh, you said no Sunspot? Crap. Well, I'm trying with Sunspot because we already clicked enter. I just noticed after floor 39, before the boss fight, their cooldowns reset. I bet the boss fight's supposed to be hard. We'll see. It's hiding behind a lot of really hard nodes, so it's going to be interesting next week. I'm really curious about that. I look forward to trying it. My Warlock is getting owned. Don't appreciate it. Burp Boy's trying to kill me. Stop it. My Warlock needs to live. Rude. I don't degen. This is why you take magic. No way I kill this. I probably have to bring magic. I'm trying, but it's not looking favorable right now. Yeah, no way. I'm not gonna have enough left. Let's get magic. I misread. I saw you say Sunspot, so I assumed that you meant Sunspot came, not got left off. That's my fault for misunderstanding. You know, you also said F1 car, so I assumed, you know, Sunspot was the F1 car. Offense up's usually pretty good. I've seen you use MSF base. Have you used MSF War, the sister site? Uh, not very much. Not really. Sometimes I'll use their, like, I think they have teams also, like, you can look at. I've, like, briefly looked at it. I really don't really use it. It's mostly MSF base that I like using. I've never really used people for figuring out, like, counters, right? And so, like, generic, like, base website for, like, counters and things, not that useful to me. Just because I don't like use it. But MSF base has like a nice planner, which is why I like it. I wish MSF had a planner like that and it worked as well as theirs did. Like MSF should go steal some homework from planner or from MSF base. What was the Blaster Thunderstrike comp that I used in the Sim 6? We did Shark, Blaster Thunderstrike, Dark Star. Wasn't it Dark? I think it was Dark Star. I can look. Shark, Blaster, Thunderstrike, Dark Star. Oh, and then I put Gwenpool in. You're talking about the one I did in the anti-comp, right? Which I did Riot the other day, which Riot worked just as good. Actually, Riot worked better. But we put Riot on defense. Oh yeah, this was smooth. When you bring the right characters, guys, it goes a lot better. Oh, the Sim 6 Duck one? The Sim 6 Duck one, we took Blaster, Thunderstrike, Fury, Odin. Who was the fifth? I took a fifth in there. Shark? It might have been Shark. I think it was Shark. And we used Fury to get ahead, right? Because it was Duck. I've versed a few of those comps. Similar idea, though. Oh, we're out of abilities. Stop it. Rude. There's Giga Beam. Giga Beam kill me. Doesn't feel good. Do I have to get energy on Wolfsbane or I lose? It was a little close, guys. Probably didn't play it well, but, you know. Alright, we got it. It was a little spicy, but it worked out. If you straight Sim 6, I use Blaster, Thunderstrike, Kahori, Kang, Scroll. I don't ever see straight Sim 6. I've heard people say that. Why do people take Kahori? I've never really understood that part. She's slow. This is Cosmic. I think this is just F4 Odin. Odin, F4. More F4. Blue Marble sounds pretty good. Surely that wins. You have Skirm on Kahori. She takes Taunt off Riot, so you can focus Null. Oh, because you're just trying to flip the taunt. Gotcha. Yeah, the 3-stack taunt's pretty tough to get rid of. Makes some sense. Roly-poly mode. Get him, Blue Marvel. This is such a different node. So, normally my team would be dead by this point on free-to-play. And here we are kind of just rocking and rolling. Franklin steals their stuff. Mine. Blue Marvel wallops him to oblivion. I just dropped down to Masters 1 and 2, and I saw straight Sim 6, so the comp worked. Back to Masters 3, everyone's running Duck Sim. It's wild how it changes, right? When you drop a little, people do different things. People, the higher you up you go, the less people give you opportunity, right? That's why they climb. Okay. This I did Omen with Thanos. I'm just gonna do it again. Seemed to work just fine. We did it. It was a 1-tap for us, and it seemed to have enough control that was just reasonable. Yeah, 2 Annie's first week, back to Masters 3, lost by winning streak. Yeah, Annie's are rough if you don't have enough stats. That's kind of the running trend that I've come up with. If you don't have the right diamonds and extra stats and the right characters, or Gearcher 21 or Purple 5, like that kind of stuff, Annie just doesn't die. So he cleanses. We go boop. Cleanses all my friends. Now we're not dead. We rewind them and tuck them off. Alright. We go boop again. Just dies so fast. It's crazy. We summon our army. Bring on the army. Mummies can't do anything because he's got his stuff. We're going to give him heal block just so in case. Start getting energy. Infinity Gauntlet. Hit Ebony Maw into him. I think he's just going to bleed out. He took so much damage there. We'd go Giga Beam for speed up. And he should pop. Is he going to pop after the fact? Oh, and he just didn't want to take damage? Okay, whatever. We go Energy. We go Ability Block. It's crazy. Mummy would have been alive this entire time. Oh, Shang-Chi's over like in the far corner. Interesting. We go Infinity Gauntlet, because why not? More boop. Slow. That's odd. Oh, down. Never mind. Just kidding. It's a striker hit. He's ability block, so we're fine. We'll just go over here. There's a moon coming for them soon, guys. Don't worry. Moon coming soon near you. Shang-Chi does basic. Thanos drops a moon on their head. Oh, no abilities? Lame. Did I miss my getting butt slapped? No, I haven't played Crucible. I don't know how fast I'm playing today, Hype, I'm sorry. Lots of things on the list today. So, I want to work on war stuff, but we're doing speed runs of my my Crucible tower, or my towers on this, because I haven't done towers on this account. And so, trying to get that stuff done for the weekend. Trying to not be infinitely behind like I've been like this entire week. Owie. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to be dead. Rude. Alright, now we have rewind. It's okay, I just got home from a call out on Sunday. Gotcha. You can't set wardy if you move rooms, it seems. Uh-oh. So you're saying I'm about to have problems because I just ejected myself out of my rooms to clear defense so I could do stuff on stream and moved all everybody around. That's going to be interesting. So I ejected JD and myself out of our rooms, and then I moved all the rooms around so that I could show stuff on stream for you guys and set things and play with it. Might be interesting. I hope it works for you, but we're having real problems. Oh boy. We'll find out. Might have to reset D entirely. Oh boy. That's going to be interesting. We'll try here in a bit. I think this is a node you can take Carnage. I think. If I'm right. Did MSF already make the Kingo Tower from cell 20 and above significantly harder for the first 10 floors? Is that because of the upcoming tower pass, or am I underleveled? It's pretty difficult, Jesse, if you don't have the right characters. A lot of older characters got used in some of these floors, which I totally can understand why that would cause that. I don't know. I'm holding my reservation on that pass until we see how it plays out. You know, that's the cynical answer that people are kind of throwing out there, that that's what they're trying to do, but it doesn't make sense to want to do that, right? Everything makes way more sense if you don't have that public perception. So until I see the content, I can't tell you that. So I want to see the content. I want to see what they say, or how it plays, right? We've played at a pretty high level across all of the towers so far, so we'll make that judgment of how difficult or crazy it is when we get there, and then we'll figure out what the passes mean. You know, I have no idea. You know, I hope that it's just them trying to give a catch-up mechanic slash, you know, a skip for people. Like, that's what I hope it is, right? And that's fine. You know, if it's impossible, then we need to have a conversation. To what degree is it? And what are they charging? That's the other question that nobody knows the answer to. Well, I'm at the Sinister 6, Cell 25, and my team's 8.7 million in power. And they get wiped, and I'm on the hard tier even. Are you taking GGC? Who'd you take in? Because we just one-shot that, but my team's quite a bit bigger. Like, you go first, and you kind of control the node from there. I think it's more than that, Nick Vera. The reason I do think maybe the cheap pass might be $20, but we'll see, or $40. I forget the numbers they used. But the more expensive pass had a reward structure that didn't really fit a $20 bill from Scopely standards. So I have a feeling that it's more than that. We'll see. But each of the passes is only relevant at certain levels, right? You did Vulture Shocker with Insidious. So what I've been taking in there is Green Goblin Classic, Shocker, Scorpion, Hobgoblin, and Superior Spider-Man. I don't take Vulture. I intentionally don't take Vulture. He ends up messing you up, and he doesn't really help that much on that node. So you take Shocker because he gives speed bar and he gives you offense up. He helps you kill things easier, and he rewinds. Ends up being the better character. And then GGC can rewind them a bit too. So you take him. He also puts D down out, which is really nice for helping do extra damage. Try that. Might go better. I think you can even go on YouTube. I don't know if you can see it on Twitch or YouTube, but you can rewind my VOD and you can see me do it on this account. I just did it. I think YouTube you can actually rewind it live, so you can see what we did. I also have it on YouTube as a video. You can see the attack there too. Oh, headset's dying. Hold on. So this is Amazing Avengers, but when Zemo goes off, I use Superior Spidey special, which doesn't work, and then I get wiped immediately by Kang. So Zemo shouldn't move. He shouldn't move. You should kill him, right? You should have enough opportunity to make him dead. But you're not having that luck. You might go look at my YouTube video. You can see a smaller that team's probably pretty similar size to yours. But Insidious is a big team. It's a team you should make big, which is I know it's difficult because you need it for the Trepidation raid. The Insidious team it's one of the harder sections in the Trepidation raid, and so you have to make it bigger than everything else. So it's kind of a team I encourage you to level. It's not a bad team either. It's a very unique team. It's the only team we have that really, really deals with speed up, right? Like, we have a few that block speed up in Crucible, but in all game modes, in the Insidious team is that team. So I kind of encourage people to just kind of build that team. All right, we're going all strikers with Julia. This you have to control two characters, right? You have to control Hobgoblin or Red Goblin, and you have to control Agent Venom. Otherwise, you die. Did I not get dodges? Interesting. So I believe I did this, right? I think we can control on the second turn. You did Diff 10. Oh, I took in stupid Squirrel Girl. Oops. Why is there a Squirrel Girl on my team? I was like, where's my dodges? That makes more sense. Get out of here, Squirrel Girl. Don't take Squirrel Girl. She's epic, run it. No, I don't want to play Tower all night tonight, guys. I want to do other things. We don't need to see how crazy of a comp we can make. Oops, wrong button. It's fine. Alright, no D down. We'll live without it. We're gonna throw the blinds out there. Helps if you don't push the wrong button, but we did. We offense up our friends. We do lots of damage. We're gonna make Null dead. He might just die. Okay, well, bye. Next up is, I believe, Anti-Venom. Because we just want to hit the clump and put more bleeds out there. Can't bleed Gore. Actually, well, for some reason, Gore has bleeds now. This puts more bleeds out. So again, let's smash the clump. So interesting enough, I think we actually get less speed bar because I killed half the wave. Where did the wave go, guys? Control these two because these are the two that would normally kill you. But I think we accidentally killed it all. Little different experience, right? Than what we were doing the other night. Smash. Alright, we got Kingo. We still have to do Quicksilver, but that wasn't too bad. That's not a 5D, Rachel. Mine's 4. I'm not that cool. I ain't that lucky, guys. Come on. I don't pull cool 5Ds like that. She's still pretty good, though. Alright, we got 315 for Kingo. Kingo's very playable now. So he's up to 6. And he already hit hard before. Bam. Where are you, Kingo? Do you have more stats than the regulars yet? Not quite. He's 24 and 1.5. What's Cersei? 27, 1.8. He's close. Not bad. Not bad at all. I wish I had extra gear to put on them right now, but I don't. We're like super tight. Let's go here. Okay, so we did. My base still open? Just gonna open up the site so I know what to use real quick. Go fast. So this is Fear Tower, Omega, and we did Mephisto, Immortal Weapons. Send it. So we have Mephisto, Immortal Weapons, then we have Symbiotes, then we have Sinister Six. Should be pretty quick. Go boop. I think we can just click auto. I don't remember this being very difficult. So normally I wouldn't taunt my team, but I'm not that worried about it. Go, Lady Buttface. Oh no. I I don't think you're supposed to make Doom timetable. This will be interesting. Live, team. Smile. Dorm, why are you taking 5 turns? Don't do that. That's not how you play this node. Dorms, I don't think you're supposed to take 18 turns. Stop it. Can we get a Dorm rework, by the way? Dorm is freaking such a cool character. Dorm rework win. Daring Meth was pretty good on this node. Can see that. They have a lot of stats. It's not a crazy node. I mean, we just survived Timetable Doom and Dorm doing things, right? We're sitting pretty comfy. We ain't exactly playing that hard. Get him, team. Go, Meth. Kill them all. Remember when Meth's Fissure used to kill everybody, guys? Is this the tower? Yeah, I'm finishing the tower on my accounts. I just finished the Kingo tower, so now we're doing the Quicksilver one real quick. Just so I can move on. Instead of being a pleb with a baby Quicksilver. You need to level your Omen to get past 17. Do you know about the Hella trick, right? Room boy? To get so you don't have to take quite such an onslaught. Use Hella with Omen. They hit the Greg, and the first Greg that you use goes straight into the retaliating tank, and he insta-dies and rewinds them 5%. And then there's a few more opportunities where they can take a 5% rewind, and then your Omen gets ahead. Yeah, drop Cole. Should help. It makes it a lot easier. It's like not even the same node. This is symbiotes. It might take a few resets for you to get Greg's killed, but you'll get it. Do I need null for this? Hold on. My list. No, we can just use the whole symbiote team. -1 U +1 Carnage. That's how I beat it with like a small Omen on the free-to-play account, like on the first run. Because I was struggling with that node until I figured that out. My Minerva's 105 and my Breaker's 110. I just need Ma and the other 10. I did it with teal characters. Did I already play CC? I have not Darth Vader. We are just doing the towers quickly. We'll probably play CC later. I've kind of got an agenda for today. So today we're getting caught up on the towers, which I'm going up to 10 floors now on my big account. And then we're going to go mess around in war for a while. I want to mess with the drop downs, the reinforcements. And we'll talk about some of that stuff and some of the things I would like to make a video about. And then we might play CC at the end of the night. Might be the plan. Looks like we switched opponents. Gotcha. Yeah, I made mistakes last round. We did some learning last round. We figured out a way for our we found a way for our Dread to stay permanently stunned, which was bad. Won't do that anymore. So I ended up taking a character that was not fast enough for Dread. So both Mr. Negative and Scorpion got stunned by Storm. And since both of them were stunned, none of them got unstunned. And I lost the match because of it. I was like, oh, okay. That's a neat trick. Won't do that anymore. So, Dread is still making sure my season's dreadful. We've done a lot of learning this season. Hopefully I won't have to do it next season. I'm glad my Carnage has like 17 turns here. And it sucked too, because round 2 I played a really clean Crucible except for that one fight. I was one shots across the board except for that one. And the worst part is the strategy we had worked. We just did it wrong. Don't worry, Quicksilver's got 15 turns. We're fine. Lazy with the raid. Welcome in, Lazy. Hope you had an awesome stream. Appreciate you bringing people on over. If you guys haven't, give Lazy that follow. Always appreciate coming in saying hi. I was hoping for a rematch. We match on 11/7 of 25. Oh, it's been a minute. Yeah, that would have been fun. I'm sure we will soon. My matchmaking here recently has been me getting in the same bracket with the same people over and over again, and eventually we match. So it's just a matter of time. We'll probably see each other a couple more weeks, I'm guessing. How does the Hella thing work? Greg dies and he rewinds them 5%, and then how? So that you're just trying to get Greg to rewind. I'll be there soon if you want to see. We're going up that tower right now. So just give me a few minutes and I'll be there. Every time Greg dies, it's 5% rewind to him, and then eventually you just get ahead and go first. So, and then your Minerva takes all their buffs away, and then your Breaker can take his ability into the because the Greg dies, Minerva gets speed bar, right? Because you had a character die. She gains speed bar, she gets ahead of Breaker, and then so she takes all their buffs away, and then Breaker ability blocks the entire wave, which is what makes it so good. You destroyed me. Good luck in CC. Thank you. I catch people off guard. I play CC differently than most people. So you guys generally, unless you're watching what I do, like most people don't like expect my defense. Because I'm weird. I've always kind of played it off meta. I wonder if I should have brought Shocker. I think we'll be fine though. No, don't kill my Green Goblin. That's rude. Go away, spider people. There's too many of you. I'm outclassed, outnumbered. I'm working very hard at this node, guys. Don't worry. And then there were two. Go away, Miles. Thank you. Alright, what are we at? 14 is what? Oh, 14's the Odin team. This is none of the Sinister Six characters. It is Odin, Oath, or Odin, Emma. We can just use regular Emma. Shark. And Night Stalkers. We grab Blade and we grab Oath. That should pretty much wipe this off the planet. Gore goes, and then my entire team goes, right? Shark does shark things, flips lots of stuff, sucks everything in, flips some more. That might proc Thanos immediately. Looks like he's okay. I didn't target him. He won't clear my buffs, which is fine. So we're just going to special him and make him dead. Save my friends. He's silenced and traumatized, so he can't clear himself, so he doesn't clear my buffs. Kang's doing rude things to me right now. Minerva's dead. Blade's killing my team. It's also rude. If you're small, you should go hit Thanos instead, and Glad, and make them dead. Because Glad is the character that can make small Odins lose. And on to the next one. This is the one that I get stuck on the free-to-play. It's such an obnoxious node. So this was where you do F4 Kahori, but we won't do that here. We'll take... I've heard Eternals work. Do we want to do Eternals for funsies? I'm down. I've heard they work. I was considering leveling them on the free-to-play because I was kind of stuck and I was having a hard time getting Odin killed. I also know Blue Marvel murders this node too. But I'm curious. I want to see how this plays. So Gilgamesh gets his thing, right? He flips them and puts offense down and all kinds of bleeds and all kinds of great things out there. A lot of turns going on. It's definitely not free. Johnny with the gifted. Thanks, Johnny. You're awesome. Thank you, thank you. You guys got a gifted from Johnny. I would definitely give him a thank you. I appreciate you, Johnny. You're awesome. And D with the follow. Appreciate you, D. Panda's kind of killing me. This is not free. This'll double tap, though, so that should help. Alright, we got Panda flipped. So that works. We got a whole lot of rewind there. Okay, we're fine. I think we're gonna be fine. Bam. Let's go. Go away, Panda. Please, Kingo? No. You're supposed to kill him. It's alright. We'll get him. That's a stun. No, it's not a stun, because she doesn't do damage. Or it's right. Interesting. Ruh-roh. That's not good. That don't feel good. Alright, we're hanging in there. Gilgamesh is doing work. Gilgamesh is a pretty good healer, guys. Does Kingo kill? Go, Kingo, go. Aw. That didn't do quite as much damage as I was hoping it would do. Dang it. No, don't kill them. I need the... Hold, pause. And this panda pool's still in my way. Panda, get out of here. You weren't supposed to revive. I'm kind of glad I didn't level this for free to play, but we might try again because it's kind of fun. It's different. Go, Cersei. So, Cersei rewinds. There's no... And Blue Marvel won? Blue Marvel may be able to 1v1 this. Go, Blue Marvel, go. I don't know if he's going to have enough healing. No. Okay. I see the opportunity there. We can get that. We're going to go one more time. We'll do one more. Is Quasar better? Kinda. Actually, doesn't Quasar stop rewinds? I think he does. I think he stops everything, right? So maybe that's kind of bad. I would love offense up, but I don't know how I get it. Being behind in T4s is the worst. Well, good news, Room Boy. You can pull 3,000 T4s out of the new orbs. You better be the 1%er. Good luck. Yeah, being behind in T4s is rough. I was having that conversation with Reminex on his stream. Or Reminex or Old Timey, one of those guys, I forget. Earlier today. That is a resource, and I know that feeling because I've come back to the game before too, and just being behind a T4s is tough, right? I'm with you there. Yeah, they are. And like you almost like want to abandon teams because you don't have the T4s for them. Like I'll be completely real. Alright, Blue Marble gets rid of the taunt. Kingo's gonna go finger bang over here. Gilgamesh needs to not die. See him ability blocked over there, and I'm not very excited by it. Oof. Alright, let's just get a normal team. Don't get me wrong, at least you can buy them. Before you couldn't. Finger bang gang. Yo, did you guys see ZKG's video about that? That was pretty funny. I do think you can make this work, but it is definitely not free. This is probably just safer and faster. Hype train level 3. Wow. I appreciate you. That is awesome. Thank you, Johnny. I think this is the last node before I get to the one you want to see, Room Boy. And I'll show you. If you didn't get it already. So it should degen most of that stuff, right? Okay, way better. Get off all that. Then we're gonna alt and take all of their buffs. You tried doing it, got nowhere. Do you not have the T4 in some of the Omen members? That also hurts because there's certain abilities you have to have. Like I was talking to Old Timey about that this morning because he was trying to do it and I have them now. Fair. Okay. Yeah, he was trying to do it and he didn't have the T4 in Minerva's ultimate, so you couldn't clean buffs off. Hey, Panda Pool, I need you to not exist anymore. I need you to unlive yourself. Unlive yourself, Panda Pool. Save that in case we get the right drop. That should kill us. Alright, Panda stayed dead. Dawkins' ability blocked. Oh, we can do 10% here. Perfect. Actually, I should have stunned Odin. If I stunned Odin there, we got speed up and would have gotten more turns, but I think we're fine. We don't have to play it that tight. Should be dead. Perfect. There is a way to get an extra set of turns on that node, guys. So if you stun Odin before Franklin's turn, like if Franklin's turn's really close, and you stun Odin, he gets speed up. You use Franklin's special to steal the speed up and give him slow, right? And that way you you take double set of turns, which is how free to play gets through that node. This is Cosmic Villain. This is the one you're stuck on, 17, right? I think you said 17. Or did you say 16? 17. Okay, so this is Shadow Conclave. Which I've been doing, no Blastar. I've been doing Shadow King here, on free to play. You can take Malekith, he's fine. But on free to play, I do this. And you do High Evo and Executioner. Which this will probably just fall over. And ability block everything, and then you're nice and safe. I may start doing this on the easy account and just getting a video out early. Maybe that's better, because like I can do this so much faster than when I do it on the hard account. It's just a different experience. But we use the same strategies. Like when I run through this, I just go for them. The key is like knowing what free to play can do and can't, which is why I like doing it first on them. It's so nice because like then I know like what works, and that way you're not giving people bad advice. Because it's easy to do like something that other people can't do, and take something where your team's just big enough and it survives. With free to play and some of the smaller accounts, like they usually can't take hits. That's kind of how you have to play the game. Is that if the enemy's moving, you probably lost. We go ahead and debuff everything. Right? Debuff everything. Things are taking damage. Super Scroll standing there. Kahori and Miss Marvel, the only ones. Oh, we even got the ability block on Miss Marvel. Nice. Let's just go ahead and do damage over here. A lot of things are going to fall over. Super Scroll rebound, but it's fine. This is a permakill. We'll just go ahead and take her out. Oh, we didn't get her. She was a little high. It's fine. My character. My Thanos. Ideally you don't make your Thanos die. That's the correct way to play this node. But it's still fine. All right, we'll do the counter that I'm talking about, and I'll show you what happens. I'll try to play it as slow as I can, so you can see what actually goes on. We take Omen. 1, 2, 3, 4. We take Hela, which I know you're gonna see a difference in the turn order. And I usually like Breaker in the middle because he's one of the beefier characters. He may not be for you, Rimboy, because I think yours is smaller. You may want a different beefy middle character, whichever it is. You just want it to not be somebody that dies, because they take more damage than the rest, because you don't have a tank. Ideally, they hit the Greg. That's really the reset you're looking for, is Greg dies more than once. So Greg should go first here. Greg's first to act, you hit in the tank goes boop, because Thunderstrike, right? So now Minerva's ahead. So then Minerva does ultimate, takes all of their buffs away, right? Except for the one Quasar stack. And then you go hit Emma, put the ability block on her, right? That hits everybody over there with the ability block. And now we have basic coming this way, and she does special, right? So because we let her do special, they're gonna hit Greg again and do the rewind. So there's another one, another rewind, and then this is a rewind too. So you really don't have an opportunity to die. Like there's very little chance to die there. And then you can either ability block or summon. If you're close to dying and you've already got most of these characters ability blocked, because I have a lot of them ability blocked right now, you could summon more minions to try to take the hits, but you have a few turns here to interact. But if you ability block, then you can spread with Hela. You have ability blocks out there, so you could summon and spread with Hela, which I've done that too. So you have options, and then when he takes his turn, he goes Giga Beam. So I'm going to basic with her, but yeah, you basically Giga Beam and then you get speed up. I don't know if I can get anybody to live past Giga Beam. I could show you, but I don't think you're going to get to see speeds. My Hela keeps getting targeted. You can try fortifying her and seeing. You just need to get her to not get targeted like once. Yeah, no, you won't. You'll have to go more turns, but you should be pretty comfy. Because they'll be debuffed to hell and back, and they'll have ability blocks like crazy. So there's mostly basics. Like as soon as you get that one opportunity where Hela doesn't insta-die, you're safe. Which I do remember that being like a thing. You had to reset a bunch. Like where they kind of target her a bunch. But you don't even need her to like live long. You need her to just like live like 2 or 3 Gregs. If you can get 2 or 3 Gregs out of her, that's enough. Is what I kind of found. Alright, New Mutants. Wait a second. No, this is the Phoenix Force node, right? This is the Phoenix Force node. Which I remember that node being there was a lot of death. Oh no, I'm taking the wrong team. Hold on. Oops. Trying to mess up. Don't do it, guys. Don't mess up. Don't take your X-Men. Phoenix Force, X, and who's the last one? Darkstar. Which this is going to be a night and day different node too. So this node on free to play was tricky. Because surviving Phoenix Force were small, so surviving here was rough. And getting the RNG right. So what I found was hitting Hank with the ultimate took energy from the other characters, so they couldn't ultimate, but it left Weaver in a situation where she could ultimate, which is what we wanted. Did we get the RNG? So one thing you have to watch for here is there's lots of 127 characters. You need at least 2 to go before X, or X is ability blocked. Because Shuri always targets X, right? And we don't like that. So she did get her 5 stack up. That's fine. We're gonna take it with X. Oh, he got targeted again. Oof. Well, that's an L. We're gonna try to play through it just because I'm bigger, but that would be a reset right there. Getting double targeted by on X. Yeah, let's go re. Getting double ability blocked is a little rude, Scopely. And the other issue I had on the free-to-play side of this is Magneto was too small to land buffs, so we couldn't blind. So like this is an L. You see here Magneto, it goes Magneto X. We'll try and see if X can land his abilities, but Magneto X was usually an L. But if I can kill her before she takes her turn, we can play it. Because we didn't kill Spider Weaver in time. No, she's ability blocked. Just kidding. Ability blocked, move on. You need new mutants for the next node, Room Boy. This is the 18. So you have 18, 19, 20. This is new mutants and then exalted. I've heard Immortal can beat the next node, but my Immortal was so small I didn't do it. So I think technically you could New Mutants this and then Immortal the next node if your Immortal's big enough. I believe. But that was a thing I didn't really have. Okay, so we're fine here. We have plenty of 127s. And this time this guy is way early in the turn order, so we're fine. We hit Weaver, so that way she ultimates, and we take the energy from everybody else. We should be fine even if the ability blocks X. As long as X doesn't die. Excuse you. Can we stop killing my X? Thanks. Man, it's like my Phoenix Force is as small as the one that I was playing on the other day. How fun. Alright, we no longer have a Magneto. It's fine. Surely I don't need him. I didn't pull the charges. Good. How is this node as fun as it was on free-to-play right now? Let's see if my 7 red X does it. So I had a 6 red X and he sometimes wasn't doing it. Now we have a 7 red X that sometimes doesn't do it. Surely a 7 red with Skirm does it, right? Surely? Okay, we can get ability blocked by him and be stuck. No, we have one more after that, so we should be fine. No, Hank's gonna special. We actually can be stuck. We'll see. Don't target X. You butt. I believe I'm stuck. Because he has to special. I'm just gonna play it out. It's fine. I was trying to show you what free-to-play does, but we ain't doing that, I guess. Can't have nice things. Man, they really don't like X today. I don't know what X did, but they're quite unhappy with him. Alright, let's make them hit Phoenix instead. Taunt Phoenix. By this point, free-to-play would have their entire Phoenix Force dead, which was always kind of fun. And it was like, literally, X was the only character alive. So, which is why you had to play so much more, like, safe, instead of resetting a bunch. Alright, we flipped all that. We're booping things. Everything's in stealth. Magneto's got his special. X has got his ultimate. We're fine. Go, Magneto. That's another boop. And X didn't even use an ability, so yeah, it's fine. That's so different. Like, if that was that scenario, there was no way that Phoenix Force was pushing buttons. Alright, next up is New Mutants. I'm curious what happens to my Exalted. My Exalted should be fine, because I should take the mind control on... I should take the mind control on one of the other characters. It shouldn't be on Storm. So one of the issues that free-to-play has with the Exalted on the next node is Storm gets the mind control, or sorry, Jubilee was getting the mind control into Storm, which then makes her ability fail, which was kind of not good. But I don't think I'll have that problem on this account because I have Wolverine and Morph at high diamonds. I think I can click auto. Okay, they're going. Some people are probably going to bleed out. At least I hope they do. Wolfsbane's going. I'm just going to send her into the Mummy, because the Mummy's just annoying if he gets to do abilities. I'd rather just kill him than deal with any of the other stuff. Goodbye, Mummy. Perfect. Next. Okay, we're on to the Exalted X-Men. So this is just Exalted. You can take Old Man Logan. He works quite well. So I guess we will. Actually, do we? I guess we will. No, I have Morph. Morph is pretty good. You normally would drop Morph because Morph hits like a wet noodle for small accounts, but he doesn't hit like a wet noodle for me. He's a completely different character. So just want to kill X as soon as possible. We get the explosives out. I'm gonna send it right into him. Let's see how much damage he takes. Go Morph. Half health. Over half health. That's crazy. We do this because we have to put the explosives out. He's gonna heal some. He's literally almost dead. That's so different. I literally went through like 7 rotations of abilities, by the way, guys. Like, Angel had turned his feather off completely before we killed X. Meanwhile, X almost died there. Alright, go. It's a striker hit, he's dead. Oh, not a striker hit? Alright, I lied. Now it's a striker hit. Flip everything, and we'll go start working on things. So, I want to kill Magneto, but I also want to kill Phoenix before we deal with Fred. So, there's 2 ways that you deal with Fred when he's scary. You deal with Fred either through... you either kill him with Storm, so it's permakill, right? Or you kill Dark Phoenix before you kill him. Both are fine tactics, but letting him revive is how you get yourself wiped off the map again, and you don't want to do that. Not fun. So we have the explosives, so he gets ability blocked when he takes his turn, so we're not worried about him. So we're just going to go kill Phoenix. Phoenix will take a turn, it's fine. She doesn't do anything particularly scary. Now, we do have things taunted, which is a little annoying, but it's not the end of the world. So that's the ability that would res him. Now he won't res, and now we can just kind of deal with stuff, right? Which means he will not ultimate and flip all your buffs into death. Should be dead. Not close. That's slow. Slow for everybody but Null. Alright, we lose our buff. Just kill her. That way she doesn't take our buffs. Kill Null. You may have a way worse drop when you do this, if you're gonna do it. But it's super comfy. Once you get past, like, the Dark Phoenix. Like, you just kill that character off and you're fine. Or get him just controlled a little bit. And you see, like, once we killed X, we get speed bar. So every time we kill a character, we just got 25% speed bar from her, from Jubes. So Jubes kind of just gets you rolling. Alright. See ya. Nice. Alright, that got both the towers done on my account, so that's good. That still took a bit of time. It's interesting. So that was 20 floors, and stream's been on for 2 hours, but we didn't start right away. Slightly after, so I would say that was an hour and a half. That sound about right? It wasn't nothing. Let's collect their stuff. That gives us the 2 diamond on Quicksilver. Let's go. Not a lot more stats. I'll take it though, every bit helps. Okay, so my breaker doesn't do enough damage, I don't think. Oh no. Yeah, I have a bigger breaker on both accounts, so I kind of get it. So you may just have to keep building things. Get the others bigger. Okay. I've maneuvered everything. I did pull defenses on and off so we can play with stuff. Give me just a second. I need to take just a quick little break, and then we'll get rolling, and we'll see. We'll start setting some things and coming up with some ideas, and we'll test. We're gonna test the drop downs a little bit, so you guys understand them, and I understand them a little better. Okay, so one of the things I think we want to give a shot to, and I think this is a fair conversation that I've heard. People are going, are the Eternals good on a drop down, right? That's one of the first questions that we've heard people ask. So let's set something that doesn't block speed bar, right? That Damon can kill. And let's just find out. So something Damon can kill that's pretty easy. Let's just go with like Blue Marvel, something along those lines, right? Something Damon clearly like double taps pretty routinely. We can like go Blue Marvel X. Do we want to stop speed bar going into the wave and then see what happens? I think X is like complete troll on defense, but let's just go New Mutants instead. Blue Marvel New Mutants, something along those lines. I'm not trying to make anything crazy here. I'm just literally just trying to get like a grasp of it a little bit. And then let's give it a reinforcement. And let's go the reinforcement I want is Eternal, right? Which Eternals get a buff. Very relevant for the season, right? Which gives them even more stats, which maybe takes them out of like some of the Alpha Strike teams from what I've heard. That's my plus the room rules, right? Like some of that matters. But I'm more interested in like the speed. I'm gonna put Mephisto in here just for the sake of it, just to see, because that's another character I'd like to understand and know what happens on a drop down. Like, does he get his extreme speed? What the hell? Welcome in. How's it going? Where's Meth? Okay. I think you're seeing this screen, which I just set a defense on JD's stream, or JD's side. So now we have a defense set, right? It's 17 million. So you're not seeing the reinforcement side right now. The reinforcement I ended up setting was something like this, right? So this is two teams, and so it'd be more like 34 million, probably, as far as sizes went. So we don't see that in practice. We also don't get room rules in practice, right? None of that happens. What I want to see, and we're just going to start here, just for the sake of it, right? And really, pretty certain we can pop this for not a lot. So this team doesn't stop speed bar. Damon rolls speed bar. Let's see how it fares, right? I am stopping meth. I will fix that later. But let's just start here. I want to see what happens with Damon rolling speed bar in first, and then we'll probably mess with meth, the anti-meth. This should be enough. Ooh, I don't pop. I need more dam. My Damon sucks, guys. This isn't the 5D one. All right, we're gonna stop. We're gonna turn that off too. So we'll let meth go. Load, please. I just didn't want to select all the characters, but I guess we will. So we need Iron Patriot. We need some extra damage buffs. We need a couple. That almost looked like it didn't crit, but I could be crazy. That was like really low damage. Let's just get all the all the damage. I ran Eternals in a standalone room with their Eternal buff for 15 or 20%. So we're not stopping Meth now, right? We just have Damon with speed bar. And he gets speed bar because there's nothing on the front side of this room, right? That's what we think. Oh, but I took APOC because I'm dumb. I'm having a good time, right? It's fine. The Damon's got a ton of speed bar rolling in. They have no speed bar. Meth didn't go. Meph's taking 2 turns here. It looks like he went. He's going. So Meth is getting his extreme speed. But I'm pre-rolled speed bar so much that it's not going. I'm gonna basic. Let's see what he does. See if I can get there. So there was so much pre-rolled speed bar that even this guy's going first, by the way. Even though Meph's got his extreme speed stat, doesn't matter because there's no new ticks happening, right? That's what happens. So you only gain speed when a tick happens. If you're ticked full, there is no tick, right? That's why like it matters where things are, and that's why like extreme speed is not going up. That's why a 128's beating out extreme speed right now, because they haven't technically taken their turn. Same thing. Now extreme speed should go off, right? He should do empowered. There you go. So Meph's doing his things. Now Damon was still preloaded enough that he gets to go again, right? And then Mephisto takes a second turn. Now, I believe Gilgamesh stops something, right? If I'm not mistaken. Doesn't Gilgamesh stop something, or is it all Athena? I forget. Uh, do we know if Meph's aura buff is affecting the front side of that node? That's a question I would like to know. Is there a way to find out that information? We would see that, right? Because we'd see base versus the buff. So we can check that. What do you do again? Enemy damage reduction resistance can only be increased by a positive effect. So I can tell you right now, just with the way that was playing, this part does not affect the front wave, right? Because damage is only supposed to be increased by positive effects. Well, we had damage increases on Damon, right? That's why we blew up the front wave. So I can tell you right there that that wasn't in effect. Let me zone in into that node again, and we'll go look at a character and see what the base says. We'll be able to tell if Mephisto's affecting it, which shouldn't, right? And I think Berserker said that he had not found anything that was going past the reinforce, right? None of the reinforce was affecting the front wave. Isn't that where we've come to the conclusion of so far? I don't know what actually stops things in here, so we're just going to take those 2 characters out and just click enter. I just want to see their stats. So Meph is an aura buff, right? We should see increased stats on Blue Marvel if it's true. Okay, Blue Marvel might be cheating, because Blue Marvel increases his own ding stats. His health is the same, his damage is not. I think that's because he's taking his turn. Same thing with armor. Armor's actually the same. I think that's relating to that. Might be his offense up also. So it looks like Meph's aura buff does not affect people. What else? What else do you guys want to see? Have we tried Emma? I'm assuming Emma's been tested, right? You guys have said that doesn't work? I think people have said CGR doesn't work. Emma, CGR, Chavez should work. What's here? I can put a Chavez or something here. Hold on. Let me open up the character thing. Let's kick Mr. Blue Marvel out of here. Let me get some easier to kill characters. Just so it's a little easier to transition into the waves. Um, who's easier to kill? Daring? They might be a little too durable. I mean, I guess I could just put a single character, right? For the sake of testing. Here, we'll just put a Yelena. Oh, can I not switch? Not a full team? Oh, interesting. Alright, fine. Let's grab Night Stalkers or something. They'll be fine. -1 man thing. He's a little too fast. Requires us taking real answers. Rather than not deal with that. +1, +1 Deadpool. Or no, Deadpool revives. +1 Jessica Jones. Alright, now I can switch. So you cannot put one character in front and a reinforcement in back. That's interesting. I didn't know that. So Chavez should fill, right? On spawn. See if we can figure this out. Okay, so I set some junk in front, and then I put Chavez in the back. Still got Eternals there. How do we figure this out? Comfy. This is going to be a little bit more tricky. I'm going to try that with just no Thing. Thing makes it more complicated. Franklin might be the wrong character to try to do this with because he complicates things, but it should at least make it easier for me to kill the first wave. And I'm going to try to make it so I don't have a bunch of speed bar, but we'll see how this goes. This might be still too much. So I think I'm going to roll in with pre-speed bar. So I guess one thing that to take away from this already, whatever reinforcement you send in, you really want it to be a team that you kind of want it to be equal sized. Franklin's going again. Oh, because they have speed stat. Oh, interesting. So Franklin rolled in again. He actually lapped Reed. Why did he lap read there? He doesn't normally lap read. Franklin never went. Oh. Right. That makes sense. So we just did too much damage. So I think that is Phil right there. They wouldn't be that high right now because they haven't actually ticked, right? So that, I believe, is Phil. Don't you guys agree? By the way we understand this, a tick has to happen, and I had two characters that were overfilled at least, right? That were already ready to take their turn, so no tick happened. That's how I understand it. I'm gonna go ahead and stun him. Then Gilgamesh would go, right? And then Gilgamesh goes smash. And then he goes, but there's no tick because there's nothing going on because he has to go before another, like, any more speed's added. No ability block immune. Franklin's going. So Franklin's going again. Interesting. With speeds. So he's got speed stat on the table, and he's going before the 128, and he already's taken 2 turns. How important is it to stop speed stat or speed bar or any of this kind of stuff? They're gonna lose, aren't they? That's wild. Huh. That's interesting. I mean, I didn't play that very well, but you get the idea. So something interesting about that is just the way that it interacts. Having a team that dies very fast in the first wave and then hiding a really good team in behind almost sets your second team up for failure, right? Which is kind of interesting. Setting your second team up for failure feels kind of bad. Like, you almost want it to not do that. Unless it's like just a straight up counter and it just always works, but even that's like questionable. What would be good in a secondary drop in? I mean, Eternals are very good. Here's something I want to do. Let's find out how this goes. How do the Eternals operate? I'm gonna take Mephisto. I'm gonna take less speed in. So I'm gonna take Mephisto and I'm gonna take 2 Fan 4. I'm not gonna take speed stat. I'm intentionally gonna leave it out, right? I'm gonna take just Woman and Franklin. And then I'll grab 2 Bozos. So we're gonna leave Franklin's buff off, right? So no speed stat. I don't know, just take Jessica and Daredevil. Or maybe Lady Bullseye. Lady Bullseye's pretty good in the natural. Lady Bullseye Songbird. So what I'm curious about here is I want to see the Eternals explode. I think they'll explode on me, right? Because I zone into them with a whole lot of buffs, which is part of the reason why they get interesting. So we're gonna buff up, right? Mephisto gives me all kinds of buffs that the Eternals don't like. We're gonna make all this stuff dead. Get out of here. Same thing, get out of here. I have 2 characters that haven't gone yet, so they should be preloaded, right? Gilgamesh instantly goes off. That's what I thought. So Gilgamesh instantly goes off and flips everything. You still have your characters that are preloaded, so you're still going to do things. But if you run into with too many buffs, he instantly goes, which is really bad. You're playing an offense down with them having the Eternal buff, which is rough already. Kingo's on his second set of turns, by the way. Kingo just killed 2 of my characters. Franklin can take this speed up, but if you had 5 characters, you would literally just like smear yourself in death, because Gilgamesh would go off again. But because I don't have that many characters, it's fine. Interesting. You can't ability block things. Can I win from here? Like, I would lose in a real match, just straight up. So in the natural, it definitely, like, you just have your extra couple turns. Then they just like roll, right? And the Eternals are fast in the natural. Super interesting. And they're gonna speed stop here next week, right? As soon as Athena comes out, they speed stop. They just don't speed stop yet. But even not speed stop, they feel really good. Like, I don't think they don't feel too bad going into, like, but if you take something that's not Eternals, right? We do something not Eternals that's much slower. A slow reinforcement wave will not feel good. Just straight up. Most likely. Even if you speed stop it, right? Because even a speed stopped slow secondary wave usually means the slow characters going first. Slow characters going first are usually pretty strong, right? A lot of slow characters are very good characters because they're slow, right? They usually are. They're usually, well, sometimes they're the tanks, which usually just sets them up for like a secondary like round, which is not bad. But some of them are incredibly good too. You know, like this kind of character, if they're walking into stuff too, which is kind of interesting because they're like first act on the second set of turns. So you have to overcome the disadvantage. Overcoming the disadvantage is not easy. So somebody said retcon does not work on the secondary wave. Why? That's one I wanted to understand too. Let's go that route. All right, let me change JD's thing. Because I heard retcon was just bad. Was that because the drop-in, because it instantly gets exhausted, which that would make sense to me on why it's bad. But I was just curious. Or is it because you have preloaded speed bar? Because you can outpace them. Because of the same conversation we're having, right? Oh, he doesn't proc, so on-spawns don't, because on-spawns don't happen till they take their turn, right? Oops, I did this backwards. Just the ticks. I meant to do this differently. Alright, let me put some dumb stuff in here. Like on wave 2, sometimes you take they take your buffs. I haven't seen them take your buffs. Like, what do you mean by that, Fetty? Because everything so far has made sense when they spawn in. Oh, Ares? Wait, what? Oh, because I didn't set it? Hold on. So we want to look at Ares on the second wave? I want to see what happens with Ares. Okay, I'm interested in that. Good conversation piece. Because retcon or Ares is supposed to operate after all on spawn effects, right? He's supposed to go secondary. All right, I set some trash. Let's take I'm just gonna use the same couple characters we've been using. We're gonna alpha strike in the natural, just for the sake of understanding it. Where's Lady Bullseye? And I don't really want an out of turn character. Just want another fast character. Magneto. What did Zastin eat today? I had a salad with salmon. It was pretty good and some rice. I had that for lunch. For dinner, I have not had anything yet. For dinner, I don't know what I'm doing yet. In testing, I did use Vigi on Starjammers and then died up to Retcon, but only Deadpool was left and he was 5D and so his damage killed me. Okay, so we have a Retcon hiding in the back here. We probably explode this in one turn, right? Okay. I have 4 characters preloaded. No on-spawn effect happened. This gets dodged. Nothing I can do about that. This gets dodged. Nothing I can do about that, right? Which I can take better characters. I'm just using it for examples. This actually happens. I don't really want to kill people because I want to see what happens, so I may go basic. But I'm just for the sake of seeing. And then we basic. Does on-spawn happen now? It's only when they take their first turn. They didn't on-spawn. They're broken. Mephisto did right. Mephisto had a speed stat. This is, I think, actually broken, guys. So why would Mephisto get speed stat, but Retcon doesn't on-spawn? Right? Because we looked at Mephisto and he had extreme speed, right? Eternals gets their on turn like auto proc thing. Isn't Jeff before a turn is taken? Maybe. An enemy uses their ability gain time warp on enemy death on war defense if this character is 4 or more on spawn. If this character does not have war exhausted or exhausted, apply slow to all enemies. This should happen, right? Or are we saying on spawn effects don't happen? Until this character completes a turn, enemies cannot gain immunity or speed up. Enemies cannot have speed increased except by positive effects. Non-boss. Allies with time warp gain bajillion speeds, which I don't know that they were doing that either. On turn, if this character does not have war exhausted, blah, blah, blah. I think this should happen. He did apply slow? Oh, I just not notice it? Okay. I didn't notice it. I'm sorry. So he did apply slow? Alright, I'm gonna put a different team there. They did the speed because Gwen took 2 turns. So it's just the overflow is like ridiculous for Retcon to overcome. Gwen did the slow, not the shark. Or let me take less, we'll take less turns in there. So let's take daring. Let's try this. This might be still too much, but we're gonna try. I'm gonna basic with daring and try to take their. I'm gonna try to get them to come in with not preloaded into Oblivion. I just want to see what happens. So what's basic? What's special? That kills 2. Just kidding, I'm blinded. This kills not 2. This stupid girl I put in here has blinds. It's alright, Daredevil can kill everything here in a second. Oh, and there's a dodge, that's not good. Here, that kills every... Oh, is that going to preload me still? I'm still going to be preloaded because my characters are all, like, next to each other? Oh, interesting. I'm still going to walk in, like, mostly preloaded. Not even sped up. Like, I'm intentionally not speeding up, right? Okay, it dropped. I'm 4-turn preloaded, even trying not to preload. I have no slow right now, right? That was not theirs, I don't think. Now I have immunity, true. Dang it. Bad team. What a basic. We'll just try to play this slow. We'll try to let Retcon get going. I'm just curious. Potentially just playing dumb. There's so many turns here, I can see why this is just bad. The shark actually gets to go. So I need the AoE and then drop the wave without immunity. So Songbird, something along those lines. Songbird and a bunch of slow characters. I mean, you're always going to be preloaded if you kill the wave fast, right? If you can AoE and kill the wave in like 2 hits, you're going to walk in with like 2 to 3 characters preloaded no matter what. So this is a good Franklin woman. But if your tune is on their tick and then gets slow, they take their turn. Yeah. So and that's why Jeff's like slow was so crazy because his tick was insane, right? So you had slow for 100% of your speed bar, which you don't right now. So Franklin's preloaded right now. Okay, so he did on spawn slow, but Franklin's preloaded, so it doesn't matter. And then Franklin goes and instantly gets rid of the slow, right? Franklin takes 2 turns, even though he had slow. How interesting. Because he's faster than Shark. The woman's the only one that actually like got slowed. So slow is trash on spawn with the way this is working on the secondary. But at least showing the on spawn's working, right? That's what we're seeing. So is Phil just better on the secondary wave then? Like, I think it is, right? Phil is better. Speed up's not that good. Why did Invisible Woman go first? Franklin gives speed bar, right? I thought that was tied to characters, but it might not be. Franklin does until his character takes a turn. This is applied after characters have taken action. Fantastic Four gains 5% speed, right? That's why. Because we didn't have the speed stat. Because we only did this, right? We didn't have this part. He gave bar on alt. He does do that too. When Fantastic Four ally uses their special or ultimate, fill speed bar for 4% for self and all allies. He does that too. Franklin's kind of a speed machine. But we didn't turn on the aura, so we're kind of doing some manipulation. So what else? I agree retcon's trash, but it doesn't look like retcon's broke, which is the main thing I care about, right? If retcon's trash, that's fine. Yeah. I mean, living through pre-fill is kind of annoying. It makes pre-taunts like substantially better, right? Like you almost want your pre-taunts in the secondary because they're gonna help like eliminate the pre-fill, right? And so that you can play a normal match. It makes those kind of characters much, much better, which makes Thena good. Things like that. I think the Eternals are already good, but you get the idea. Thena, who else? CGR on Wave 2 was funny. I went from 7k focus to negative 7k focus. Alright, we can look at CGR. We need some slow characters. This is broken. Where is he? You think Black Cat does any of her passive if is in Wave 2? She does it on Wave 2. So far, I'm not aware of a character that does their passive for Wave 1 if they're in Wave 2. Does that make sense? Wouldn't hate seeing that character too. So when does Ares steal? Does he steal right away? You have charges right away? Okay. I set some stuff. You guys are staring at Franklin. I think we're gonna take Invisible Woman or Franklin and Johnny, Human Torch. Stop it. Okay, let's see what happens here. So Invisible Woman should get me to wave 2. Johnny should have buffs, right? If she doesn't get me to wave 2, it'd be ideal. I may need a third character. We'll see. So they stole my buffs, right? That was clearing? No, maybe it wasn't. That was resistance. Nega Giga Billion focus. Gekka blah 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 is good through Monday. Okay, good. We'll make another short tonight with it. That way people can have it. Let's go claim it. I'll go post that in Bears chat too. I've been making shorts out of these for YouTube. I hope people have been liking them. If Drop Bears has posted it yet. Oops. Okay. I'll put that in Nightbot real quick. Dashboard. Commands. Okay, got it entered. One training orb, nice. So this shouldn't do like anything. Shouldn't D down or anything. So CGR works on the secondary. It's just if you're preload. So CGR with preloaded actually isn't that bad. It's interesting. Probably a character playable. And it looked like Ares worked. It looked like he did his little effect. Which is also a pretty playable secondary character. Black Knight had charges on spawn. I'm going to unlock Meister this upcoming Battle World. Is he worth building? That's tough to say. I will have a better answer for you here soon. So, Maestro as a 5-star has not been a very useful character. I'm just going to be honest. However, I did hear that people have been did use him for Dark Dimension and do well with him. I think I'm going to take him to Dark Dimension. So I'm going to try him for the global section probably next month. It'll probably take me a little bit to get there. And I'll have some input for you guys at that point. But I'm hearing that he did well in the global section. In normal gameplay, he doesn't do particularly great because he's... Okay, PvP characters tend to have issues. So and this is something we kind of were talking about a little bit earlier because of like as you move up in Crucible brackets, typically your opponents get a little bit better about walling you out of stuff, right? That's typically like, and the way this conversation started was like symbiotes, right? A lot of people put just symbiote 6 on defense. As you move up, you start seeing symbiote 6 X, you start seeing symbiote 6 duck, you start seeing things that prevent some of the counters, right? They get better about doing that stuff. That's kind of the problem with Maestro. So Maestro has this like weakness of your opponent's just too smart for its own good, right? And Maestro is slow and doesn't really like impact fast, right? He doesn't get to do anything. And he doesn't particularly live to get to do his opportunities to do anything, right? And that's kind of the issue with the character. I personally think he still needs a buff. I'm gonna be real. I think he's not good enough. He is durable. He is a good sack character. Um, he has speed stat if he gets rolling, but it's at 126, which like we rarely use 126 characters, guys. Like I'm gonna be real. In PvP, 126 is kind of deemed it too slow. Unless you're just blocking everything, right? And even then, it's kind of still too slow. like, so he's got this wrath mechanic. It's kind of neat, but it's not really that impactful. It's kind of just flavorful. So if you hit him, he puts wrath out, and it stacks up if you hit him any time at all, right? And he has some interactions with this wrath mechanic. If there's a wrath out, he puts bleeds on him and defense downs him and deals 10% damage, and it's great, but it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Like overall, his like actual damage has been pretty wimpy. Even though he's got pretty decent numbers, like he's got the same stats as Icarus. Icarus, we pretty much like, okay, he's pretty good. We're using him. Maestro has the same stats. But Maestro is like way slower. Just for a little comparison. Now, the cool thing about Maestro is he's immune to debuffs. He's really hard to control, except he can be stunned. And there's a whole lot of characters that are faster than Maestro in the natural that can stun him. Black Cat, Hitmonkey, Spider-Man, Julia's on the same tick as him, I believe. So like, I just named 5, right? There's a lot of ways to control this character without a lot of effort. And there's not a mechanic in this wrath mechanic, which there should be, that makes him scary, right? He's not scary if he doesn't take a turn. And on top of that, none of his abilities are unblockable or undodgeable, right? And a lot of the things we interact with right now, we use avoidance and we use block to deal with it, right? So he doesn't deal well with it. The only thing he deals well with is barrier, which we're finding we counter more often than not. So he feels like a kit that doesn't fit the meta. Is kind of way I would say describe him. On top of being like poorly statted and a long time unlock. So I do think that he has an opportunity. I think his opportunity is PvE, but it's a very huge ask, and I don't know if they're going to print it, is my issue. So, if he's good in Dark Dimension, great. We don't use him in Battle World. We don't use him in Raids. We don't use him in War. We don't use him in Arena. We don't use him in Crucible. We haven't had an opportunity to use him in Towers. There hasn't been a Pocket Dimension in a year. Where do we use him? Right? That's kind of the question of the day. And me personally, I think the way you fix the character is you need to make Wrath scary. That's what needs to happen to the character. So I think the issue with this character is actually in this mechanic here. Wrath, so Maestro's flavor, right, is he gets angry and he is like an unstoppable force, right? That's what he's supposed to be. I personally think that Wrath needs to have a little bit more oomph to it, that you should want to not AoE the board, right? Having Maestro on the field, and there's some more conversation we probably need to have about this character. He needs to be a character that encourages you not to AoE, because he's scary if he goes off, right? He should be like the secondary threat on a team. Like, you're taking a slot that's a very important slot for teams. We only have one extra slot in most teams, right? We have four-man teams that you basically have to lock in. There's rare we can customize it that much, right? Which usually means we're giving up a speed opportunity, right? We're not stopping Emma effect. We're not stopping speed bar. We're not stopping speed stat. Like, we're giving something up, right? It's rare we're not, because most teams have a weakness. Or you're like, you need something else that you should be giving up, like you're leaving revives on the table, or you're leaving you don't have enough alpha strike. Like, there's things in the teams that you have to have. Maestro solves none of it. So Maestro has to have his own effect that's good enough to make you want to give something up, right? That's how you make Maestro feel good. And I don't think they've done a good job at that, because Wrath should be what that is, but Wrath doesn't do that. Wrath instead is like, hey, if you take 3 characters over 126 and hit 3 AoE buttons, and then also ignore Maestro, Maestro will then hit 3 characters, right? Because he doesn't even ult. He hits this button, right? He hits this button and hits 3 characters, which is probably a tank. I'm like, it just feels like a character that they didn't really think through. I think Wrath probably needs to be, hey, Maestro gains energy, Maestro gains speed bar, speed stat, and it's unblockable, and then he ults, right? That should be what Wrath does. And maybe it's a 3 stack or a 5 stack. I don't know. Maybe they need to retune that a little bit so that he's a little bit more he needs to be really hard to control, right? And he needs to pop off if you get to his maximum. He needs to get angry, right? What's up, Zen Raven? What do you got here? What is this? So barely reading between the lines of what Twitch staff said. They are forced by Amazon to add AI training settings and make it opt out because the overload known perfectly well that there's no reason anyone would ever opt out. The actual Twitch staff which would run Twitch do not like this, and they're same mind about it as all. Taking the time to opt out, even if you don't really stream, gives them data to take to meetings when they're overlords to prove that Twitch users dislike AI, and pushing it too hard will drive people from the site. Huh. Interesting. I mean, we use AI. I don't know what to think of that. Also, welcome in. I mean, everybody's implementing AI to degrees. Some people are more extreme than others. Okay, where were we on Maestro? So, I think Maestro has to be a character that AoEs. He needs to AoE. He needs to AoE when he gets mad, right? He almost needs to almost be a secondary phase, right? He gets rage or something, right? There needs to be something about Maestro that makes him and this ability's not that scary either, I'll be honest, guys. 400% piercing has not been that scary so far. And his Wrath thing of putting bleeds on defense down on people after the damage has happened, by the way. Let me add that. Really feels like he's just an off kit. I'll be honest. His kit honestly sucks. There's so much about Maestro that just he doesn't really play well with himself. He doesn't play well with himself, and he also doesn't help his friends. He's as selfish as he gets, and he's also poorly made. That's kind of the answer for him. I wish he was better. I really do, because he's such a cool kid. This character is cool. I love his helmet. I love everything about him. I think his animations are amazing. I want him to be good in the game. I honestly think he's a cool character. And I'll be honest, guys, I thought I ended up being I thought we got 6-star this week. It's 2 weeks out, it's 2 settings out? Did I not open my Maestro orbs? Was I so bored I didn't even care? Oh no, we just don't get it this week? I thought I got 6 this week. I'm disappointed now. Wah wah wah. Oh well. I misinterpreted the timetable. We didn't do Battle World this week? What's next week, right? I thought I was 20 shards away, not 80. 80 we can't get, right? We only get 60. Free to play gets it. Free to play unlocks the character. Early accessors do not. So that's interesting. Unless the early accessors were able to get way more shards week 1, but we did not. Maybe some people did. I didn't hear many people that did, but I could be wrong. I don't think we quite figured it out by then. And a lot of people were banned and whatnot. Yeah, I don't know. I look forward to having the majority of the community have this character unlocked because I'm hoping that that uproar will encourage Scopely to make change. I'll be completely real. I still think this character's terrible. I was really excited for this character because I was kind of hoping that he would be the anti-alpha strike that we needed to kind of create some cool and interesting defenses, but he hasn't really done that. So to answer your question of should you build Maestro, I don't think you should. I considered it a little bit for the free-to-play account, but then I started thinking about it a little bit more. And free-to-play, there's just nowhere to use him other than PvP, and he's really bad at PvP. So until he gets better at PvP, like, what do you do with him? You built him and haven't used him. Me too. So that's kind of the issue with it, right? I think everybody built him and haven't used him. I've seen a few people use him, but every time I see him, like, was it this account or was it the other that we saw on Maestro? I think it was this account. It might have been the other. Let me look. Was it Masa that had one? No. Must have been the other. Okay, hold on. I can show you when we're on that account. Flip. Okay. I'll show you what Maestro did. Just for a little comparison, a little interest for you guys. I think you'll enjoy it. So I versed Maestro this week. I'm not saying that this is a good use of Maestro. I'm just going to use it for demonstration purposes. All right, well. Let me get stuff pop up. I think we versed in this one. Yeah. I'm not saying this is a good team, right? It's just not. I think we also versed in round 2 also, but we'll check this one first. I took my just accursed in here, right? And I didn't even target him. Didn't even care what he did. Didn't care at all. So we took a cursed oath in here. And you can see Maestro goes just after Halvarine, right? That's where he's at in the turn order. Let's see how he performs here. Decent sized teams, like that was a big executioner and whatnot. That's why I took oath, because I was kind of scared of taking that damage, right? Executioner made me scared. I threw percent damage at him, so his damage reduction didn't matter at all. Look how healthy he is. He's looking great, right? He's clearly going to take a turn. And then we halted with Halvarine. Where'd Maestro go? Feeling useful? That's a percent character, by the way. There's plenty of those in the game. Easy way to counter him. Nice and slow. What's up, Tony? Welcome in. I think we versed him in round 2 also. Let me check. I think that was this week. Did I verse him here? Oh, no, it was here. I think Hexray had one. X-Ray had one, I'm pretty sure. Okay, here's another Maestro. Okay, this time, I also didn't do anything particularly interesting against him. But this time, I didn't even bring a controlling effect, right? This is F4 with offense up. They had characters in here. They didn't stop my speed, so I get a lot of characters that go first, right? It's pretty normal. How did he perform here? Did he get to take a turn? I didn't care if I gave him Wrath. It wasn't even interesting at all, right? So Invisible Woman getting stacked on Wrath, right? Franklin's hitting buttons, so now there's Wrath stacked number 2, right? This is a year-old team with even older characters. I am a little nervous about Breaker. I was a little nervous I wouldn't kill him. He would shrug all that stuff off and get the go, but we killed him in time. He's now at Wrath stack number 3. By the way, this tank has got speed stat, and he went before Maestro. Look what happened. Oh, he got stunned. Guess Maestro's not taking a turn. Darn. Looks like we're going again, and we're still stacking Wrath into Oblivion, right? You kind of get the idea, right? It doesn't really matter. Shadow King literally took half of Maestro's HP in a single hit, and then he pings him in Oblivion. Bye, Maestro. Are we feeling good about Maestro yet? That's how Maestro performed for people this week. Just didn't do anything. And that's why I keep saying Maestro's trash. Like, as you can see, even if Maestro moves, it is so infinitely easy to control him and just make him never do anything. Do you cry at night for the state of Gamma Apoc? Mr. Gamma Apoc is going to be quite on Maestro, as my opinion for work to get him. His kid is garbage and needs major fixes. What would you do to him, Mr. Gamma Apoc? How would you fix Maestro? People are asking, should they build Maestro this week? Because a lot of people unlock him, right? Should you spend your resources on Maestro? That might be a video I need to make this week. Because I think that's an honest answer, and maybe I need to showcase some of this stuff. Because I do think, and we've already made one video saying Maestro sucks. I still think he does. But I don't think people should put resources into him. He's honestly a skip character. And will he eventually outstat the game? Maybe. So characters and the way this game operates, right, is characters eventually, they gain more stats over time, right? Every release has more stats than the previous release. It's not a lot, but they do it, right? And it creeps up over time. Maestro is statted like a normal character right now, but he's statted from a character in the future, right? He's statted like 6 months from now, 9 months from now, whatever timetable they use, right? Maestro doesn't have diamonds, so he actually pays a tax. He's also a terror character, which pays a boost tax too, on top of that for what it is. And we know, we haven't really talked about the boost tax, but the boost tax exists. Terror has a boost tax. It has a diamond tax too. A lot of these characters are very hard to get diamonds for, right? Dread, looking at you. Omen, looking at you. Same thing. Maestro is no different, right? So if your character's not amazing, like I would probably put Maestro at the same level as Star-Lord. He's probably pretty close. Adam Warlock's, I think, more useful than Maestro. I use him for more things. I sack more with him. He's probably about the same level as Adam Warlock. Because Adam Warlock revives, right, and takes more abilities. Maestro takes damage reduction and takes more abilities. It's pretty similar. That's probably a good comparison, actually, to him. More than get him, unlock him, build him. Maybe Scopely will get some analytics and buff him. That's the hope, Raven, is that people will continue to try him and the analytics will show that he's boopy. That's what my hope, right? I'm sure the analytics already say he's boopy. I can't imagine they say good things because most of the people that spend probably play at a high level, and I'm sure that because of that we've seen the analytics of how it's been performing. But the few times I've tried to use Maestro and tried to make impacts of him, right? The only things I attack with him, by the way, is like super easy stuff. Like I kind of meme and take Gamma into stuff just in war for funsies. And I'll be honest, you guys are gonna hate me for this, but I still think that they have to do bad things to do good things. Okay, you're gonna hate me, Lord Richter. I'm sorry. If you really want to make this character stand out and be what he needs to be, you have to go one or two directions. You either make this effect not stack with Red Hulk. Sorry, Lord Richter, but I think that's the correct way to go. So that Red Hulk isn't dictating the level of buff you can give this character. I know we don't want to nerf Red Hulk. You're gonna nerf Red Hulk one way or another, right? Either Red Hulk doesn't affect this guy, or you nerf Red Hulk so that he doesn't affect him to the same degree, right? Because you want to buff this character accordingly. And you need to buff him in Wrath. That's where you need to do the buff. To make this character really stand out. And he needs to be at a level where he feels good in all game modes and not just war, right? Here's something new old now is OML is still useful in all game modes. Now how useful is Maestro? Maestro hasn't gotten used. You can't be useful in all game modes. He hasn't even literally gotten used. OML has been every game mode. Why is OML good in every game mode? He's a speed and control fiend, right? That's why OML is good in all game modes. He has effects that like make you rethink what you do. He has effects that make you not want to AoE. He has so many things going for you. Maestro has none of it, right? He doesn't control things. He doesn't do damage. He doesn't make him. He's not scary. He doesn't do anything, right? All he does is die. like, like I've never said anything worse about a character. Here's something else. I agree. Maestro should have an effect. Red Hulk should not affect him. Okay, so I'm glad we're on the same page. Like, I'm cool if Red Hulk and Maestro share the same effect, and that's the damage reduction, right? Red Hulk shares it with the entire team. That's what Red Hulk does. That's fine. Just don't double down on Maestro, and then go buff the character accordingly, right? That's what I actually think should happen. I think that's the reasonable fix to him. Because it's really hard to balance an 80% damage reduction character and get him to the right power level while this character that has how much health does Red Hulk have? How old are you, Red Hulk? The 8 million health character is literally giving him a 50% damage reduction, right? It's just not a fair balance. You can't do it. Or 30%, I guess it is, right? He's giving him 30%, even if he's dead. I just don't think you can actually balance a character that way. And I think they need to realize that. And I know the community would probably uproar, but they need to think about it, right? And it's not a nerf. Like, taking a character from... And people are going to say it's a nerf, just like they said Icarus and Cersei was a nerf, and all of the other characters. But it's not a nerf. We're taking a character from trash to unplayable to actually being in the meta, right? Like, that's the point. Like, in the current state, I don't think he can actually play in the meta. If he plays in the meta, he's broken. Right? And we already made counters to him, by the way. Even if Maestro was the Giga Chad he should be, there's already ways to deal with him. They printed another one literally last month, right? We added Gilgamesh, who already counters Maestro, right? Because its enemy damage reduction can only be increased by positive effects. This isn't the only character that does this, by the way. Executioner does it too. They're already printing counters to Maestro when Maestro can't even play as a character. It's actually insane. My frustration is Maestro is a chase tune. Red Hulk was never a chase tune. It is old tune. He was a chase tune for the old days. Legendary characters were chase tunes. Even though you could unlock them day one if you spent enough money, they were chase tunes, right? But they're not the current era chase tunes. Who is better still than Maestro? Yeah. Well, Red Hulk's insane. Red Hulk was a very good kit. He's actually an insane character. Very good even still today. Maestro should be insane. Like, in all honesty, Battle World characters are kind of... They're not mythic characters, but they're as close to mythic characters as they should be, right? They're a long-term chase that everybody should be excited about. It's why you get excited to play Battle World when it pops back up, right? It's you know, they all made impacts as soon as you unlock them. They're like this long-term chase that's supposed to feel exciting. Same thing with Sentry, like all of them. Sentry like all of these characters instantly made an impact when they came to the game, right? Except Maestro. Null was great. Null's still great. Null hasn't been bad yet. Like, he still feels amazing. Even when they're countering him, he still feels amazing. Sentry still finds gameplay. Like, I've enjoyed Sentry the entire time we've gotten to use him, right? What's the CC question? I must have missed it. Where'd you ask it? I don't see the CC question. You guys may have to re-ask. I see Portland, Lord Richter, more Portland. I don't see what you asked, Portland. I'm sorry. Did you get a big goofball in the auction? Is that what you're asking me? If I got a big goofball? I do have a big goofball. Did I look at the wrong direction? I thought you asked that yesterday. Is the answer to Exalted Executioner in CC Dread Odin? And who do you drop? Exalted Executioner. I don't think Dread Odin lives. I don't think. So Executioner hits like a freaking freight train. And Dread doesn't have a lot of HP. I don't know that Odin gets there either. I honestly think a big Executioner one-shots Odin. I'm pretty sure. That might be a forced sack. Forced sack into like an accursed or something. A forced sack into. Can you get a stun on Executioner? Trying to think of a stun that could get. So drop Rhino. You could drop Rhino. Yikes, I can't afford sacks. I mean, you can try Dread Odin. I just don't know that it lives. I guess it slows Executioner. Maybe you're okay. No, you slow Morph. You slow Morph. So you're gonna have 3 hits that come at you like back to back to back, which is really rough. Your speed stat stopped and speed bar stopped. I think that's your best bet, but I think it's gonna be ugly. There's a chance you just lose, and then you just clean up. I think. No big Executioner. You lose. I have a feeling you lose too. I don't know what you do though that like not drop a room. Daring? Do you have do you have daring? Daring probably can do it if you have a big daring. You want Dread Dorm? Dorm's no good. Somebody revives, don't they? Storm? Give a max daring. I think daring can do it. Executioner's gonna hit hard, but I think you take the rest of the damage decently well, and I think daring can survive. Especially if you have a big one. You need daring for Annie. I don't know if he's versing Annie. Yeah, full daring I think works. Full faith assumption is that they're waiting wider unlock on Maestro to rebalance. I don't think so. So we've only had one character find a team, right? Null found a team a year later after he was in Battle World. We have not seen Sentry find a team. Not saying Sentry won't. Sentry very well could, right? Delayed message from earlier conversation. No, you're fine. I'm happy to go back to this conversation. What is the deal with Symbiote 6 Duck? Symbiote 6 Duck, I ended up doing Odin, Blaster, Thunderstrike, and Fury to deal with it, and then I took a character that can kind of take some hits. Like, that can deal with it, like to get off the tank. Like, you know, like Shark. Sentry will possibly go to the Nova Corps. Could also be on the new Avengers for the Doom movie. Like F3X Fury, yeah, something like that. You're gonna use Fury to get ahead, Portland. Or Odin Fury, something like that. Odin Fury would work. We did that the other day. We're on JD's account. I actually can show you that. Hold on. I can show you one. This worked pretty well. Not virals. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I see I have an Nihilist to fight. Against Hexray, we had one, I believe. No, Hexray had the Annihilus. Opa? No, he had the Annihilus. Maybe I don't. I guess it was on my account. Must have been here. I did Shark Fury, Blaster Thunderstrike Odin. This worked out well for a one-shot. Fury goes first, gets before Quicksilver. We give our team speed up, right? Which then lets us go Vroom. We take their buffs. Odin has the darkness, which is not great because he would have gotten speed up, but he doesn't. We made sure we took the buff off because Odin's assist, right? So now we have no taunt. Then we ability block Quicksilver with Blastar, do all kinds of damage, and you're off to the races now, right? The bad news is Quicksilver flipped everything, but Thunderstrike can ability block him again, right? So that's how we re-ability blocked him, so he didn't take my stuff away, and then he died. So off to the races. And then Odin just specials and kind of goes to town. Marvel Church is not a website. You don't. I don't ever recommend that to anybody. It feels like AI. Speaking of AI, guys. Like I know there's people that maintain that website, but I'm never impressed with the stuff on there. So that was pretty simple. And boop, win. You're desperate for a CC counter sheet since one went down. I don't maintain one, but I kind of like I'm pretty good at memorizing stuff. Like that's kind of how I keep track of stuff. So I don't know, guys. Maestro's kind of meh, right? He's kind of meh. Like I hope he gets better. I don't think he's like amazing, but he's not bad either. MSF counter sheet and MSF War website. MSF War is more complete IMO. I know people have been saying MSF War and they like it. I actually haven't used that site at all. Which, I mean, people are welcome to go post my stuff there. You know, I stream all my Crucible matches, so anybody that wants to grab that stuff, that's welcome to grab it. You know, it's always on YouTube. You know, I do shenanigans though. Well, guys, do we have any other questions about War or Maestro or any of this other jazz that we've got going on? Let's see where we're at on DD9. We got 2 here. Thanks so much. I didn't know about these. Awesome. That's awesome news. The other website that I like a lot too is MSF Base. That one's really good too. That's this one. It has a nice planner, and it's got a link. It's also adjacent to MSF War. I use it for the towers, and it remembers the stuff, which is nice as long as you log in. See how we're doing on our DD9 plan. Picked up a few pieces today. So we're 587 with Mephisto. And I can reduce that. Who do I have slotted here? 482. We're so close. If I take dumb characters, I go to 482, but I'm probably taking Mephisto. MSF PvP on state. That's interesting. Services suspended by the owner. Oh, that's not a website. Looks like that one's done. What was the conclusion about reinforcements work? I was hoping they replaced killed characters in the same position. They do not. We have that, Sandor, so thank you for sharing it. I got it on Nightbot for you guys. So that code is active, I believe, until Monday. I will get a code. I will get a short up on YouTube for people too. So if you guys ever go swipe on YouTube, if you watch that and give me a thumbs up, I appreciate you. Gets it shared to more people. So appreciate you guys. I'm going to probably call a stream tonight a little early. We're probably not playing Crucible tonight on stream. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. We might have like an early stream just for funsies. Maybe. I want to get some stuff out for reinforcement. So to go back to reinforcement question a little bit, we'll go reiterate on some of the things we found out. So reinforcements on spawn effects work. Reinforcements do not affect wave 1. Reinforcements only drop when all characters die. Preloaded speed bar makes some counters feel bad. So a lot of times if you kill characters, right, and you kill everything, if you're not at the point where you're started the match, a lot of times your back half of your characters have preloaded speed bar. So that's going to be like your tanks, your really slow characters, and they'll walk into the first wave, the part of the first wave with preloaded speed bar. And so it makes winning on the for the reinforcement much tougher. There are characters that can kind of counteract some of that. Ares, CGR, Eternals, all do pretty good things. I would say Chavez is like less impactful than she is like on the beginning. Retcon is really bad. Don't do that. What else? Emma doesn't share over. Mephisto did do extreme speed, but not on Rip because of the way ticks work. And I'll probably talk about ticks a little bit in the video a little bit so people understand ticks a little better. Because characters don't tick unless there's speed bar to gain, right? And they don't gain speed bar if they're max speed bar. No tick happens until all max speed bar characters have taken their turn. You are like time frozen, right? And so to tick and move forward and gain speed from like speed up or speed stat or any of those things like that, you have to have room to tick. So if that makes sense. And most people don't understand that part, which is going to be fun to show people. What else? Do taunts work? Yes. So some of the best characters, I believe, for reinforcements are going to be on-spawn pre-taunts. Because they're out of turn. Because they will take up some of the actions that will happen from the preloaded characters. It would be scary if you and Sawhunters collaborated back when he was active. I always enjoyed Sawhunter streams. I always watched them, which is why I understand some of that stuff now. And I interacted with Zero and some of those guys back in the day, so I kind of understand it, and I've gotten better at it over the course of time, understanding where it is and what happens. And I know some of the preempt, like I think 125 is a tick, and I think it's like 142. I think it's 125 and 142. I think are the two ticks that I know. I think that's what they are. So there's a couple in there. So, and we'll show more of it because I think we're gonna have real matches this week. I got to reset my defense on War and put it back together because I don't want to show it. But yep, Sawhunter and Zero were the tick masters. They were better than me by a lot. They just were. Like, I understand it, but I don't understand it as well as they did, especially when you start adding other metrics to it. Because they treated it in a different way than I answer it, but it's the same idea. They did it as like an equation, and I generally do it a little bit differently than that. I understand overfill and some of that stuff, but the way they always described it made my head spin. I'll be real. So, I think I'm gonna end stream, guys. I really appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. Wasn't Lance good? Yeah, Lance is good at it too. Lance was always really good at this game, and he's a math guru. Isn't he a math, like he was going for like his masters or something, wasn't he? Like something like that. He's good at math. So I think we're gonna call it for tonight. We'll play Crucible maybe tomorrow in the morning. Maybe we'll try to get up early. Thank you for the biddies, by the way, Portland. Really appreciate you. I didn't even see that. I don't know why I never see that stuff. So thank you. That's why I didn't see your question. It didn't show up. I need it. Okay, adding to my list, get an alert so you guys, when you do biddies and things like that, I can actually see them so that I understand where your question is. I'm sorry I didn't answer your question. Feel bad for that. So, I'm sorry. I'm glad we got your question answered though. So, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate you all. We will try. I think we'll try to stream Crucible in the morning. At least before reset. Maybe it'll be an early afternoon stream. One of those two, either morning or early afternoon, and I'll try to do that. Tonight I'm gonna work on setting war defense and getting ready for that. And then more Portland with the more biddies. I appreciate you. Biddies were not today, but here's some today. Oh, you did not have to do that. It said 23 minutes ago you gave biddies. Huh? Okay, that's weird. All right, well, still thank you. I really appreciate you. Um, you're awesome. I'm gonna get out of here. We're gonna set stuff back. We'll do Crucible in the morning, and I'm gonna try to get some. I'm gonna do some off-stream content for you guys. I'm gonna try to have war videos tonight. Do you guys want a defense video? Would you like me to show what I'm gonna like what I'm thinking with reinforcements? I might show a couple rooms. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. I'll think about that. I'm for sure gonna show you like what I'm thinking, and like I'm gonna make some slides and things. I'm gonna work on some stuff tonight. I don't know what I want to show yet as far as like everything goes. CC defense videos for sure. You'd like to see CC defense videos? But what do you want with CC defense videos? Because that's question. Like, one, do you want more like normal CC defense videos, like balanced offense defense? I assume no Annie, right? Do you want me to assume I'm not versing Annie? What do you guys think there? Think it would be a popular video? I've struggled with that one because there's like it's separated more and more, right? The top end, so Blastar Thunderstrike's now available, which is good. So people can now acquire Blastar Thunderstrike's Awakened, so that's really awesome. Blue Marvel's becoming more available, so people like I think you can kind of like assume people have Blue Marvel now. I think. Is that too much to assume? I think we can't assume Annie. There's still too few of them. Yeah, I kind of want to do a war defense stuff. It may not be as like I think I might go more balanced than what I normally do, and just try to show some of that kind of stuff, right? And be a little more balanced and fluid. Because I think people like, I think I go too extreme to where people like it like de-incentivize people, is what I think. Which is why I've always like struggled with like showing that kind of stuff. Because you guys see what I do, right? I'm like the most extreme person ever when it comes to like setting stuff. Because I think it's fun. Even if it's not the best. And we still do pretty decent with it. Which is why I'm like kind of asking some of those questions. And we're going to continue to work on some of that stuff. And I'm still finding the balance as far as like showing stuff on stream versus or making videos on stream versus like not. And we're starting to do a little more AI art and stuff and doing some slides and whatnot. So we're going to continue to wrap it around with that. If we get real matches this week, we will show war. Last week we did not have real matches, which is why I didn't show war. I had more shells. But I think we'll get real matches this week, which should be fun. I expect Bears to get their butt kicked because we're not really ready for that. But, you know, it'll be fun. I think... You have to do CC videos for what your roster is built. No Annie would be best, but people interested in them probably have similar TCP to you. My head hurts looking at your defense, not gonna lie. I think that's pretty true for most people, Vipe. And you know that I have certain pieces on offense, so you know what I can do, which just makes it tough, right? Which is exactly the point. And my defense is very... a lot of the conversation we had around Maestro applies to my defense, right? I'm walling you out of a lot of things, which is kind of the intent, right? We have a lot of that kind of conversation. Like, a lot of people, like, if I set that on a lower accounts don't even play. They just are like, I don't want to play that. I'm good. Skip. But well, I'll do some of that stuff. So, all right. I'm going to get out of here. I want dinner tonight. So we're gonna find somebody fun to raid. Who we got on tonight? Oh, Rem's still going. Wow. He's got an 8-hour stream going. Old Timey's streaming too. Where do you guys want to go, Rem or Old Timey? I don't remember who I hit last. Any preference? Can't tell what Old Timey's doing. Let's see when we last rated him. He's rated me 6 times. I have rated him 2 times. All right, we're rating Old Timey. That seems like a fair one. Looks like I owe him some raids. Let's hit Old Timey. Uh-oh. Oh, you're already rating Old Timey. Perfect. Yeah, you guys have a good night. I'll try to get my attacks in hype. I'm sorry. Oh, you want to attack till midday tomorrow? Oh, well, perfect. Then it all works out. All right, you have a good one. Good night. Bye.